for your favorite floor coverings. Family Flea Market, where your family matters.
Hey, babe, how about this finish for the living room floor?
Looks great, honey. Please tell me we're not going to DIY.
Huh?
Do it yourself.
What, you don't think I can tear up the floor carefully, measure perfectly, cut carpet to the exact fit, restore hardwood, not leave our living room floorless for months and not damage anything?
No.
No worries. They install too.
Oh, thank God.
Elite Flooring is your full-service flooring store. Great selection, pricing, and quality installation. Leave it to the pros at Elite Flooring on Highway 39 North or visit EliteFlooringMS.com.
With just minutes away from kickoff.
As the Gators and the Knights are about to take on each other in a little bit less than about 15 minutes away. Dean Harper going to be in you in as well, Dean.
Here I am.
Actually, I think I was turned on the wrong mic earlier. So, yeah, welcome to Leake Central as the Gators and the Knights opening up Region 4 4-8 play in about 12 minutes or so. Leake Central coming into the Knights action 2-3, while the Knights coming into the Knights action 4-1. And as we were talking just a few moments ago, we're in the stands, so you're going to hear some outside elements, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a gentleman to my right that is going to be ringing a cowbell. I don't know how annoying that's going to be, and let's see if we can hear it. Go ahead. There we go. I can't complain because he's one of those higher ups there at West Lauderdale. He may be in the janitor's office sometimes. I don't know. Mr. Shane Rogers, excuse me. Definitely looking forward to tonight's action. Always, it's you never know what you're going to experience in the crowd, Dean, but it's always great experience to do this within the fans' elements.
It's about as homegrown as you can get, Lee, and it's like broadcasting from here. We're not stuck on either end of the stands. We're almost dead middle with all of them. And so you're going to hear the stands, you're going to hear the fans, right. Cowbells. The band is going to kick in down there. I'm sure you're going to hear them. And it's going to be a great Friday night.
Well, Leake Central, once again, 2-3 on the season, and this is how they got there. They actually won the first game of the season against Leake County 41-0. Lost against Kosciuszko 55-14. Had a lot of mistakes in that ball game. They actually did a lot of production on the field as far as moving up and down the field, but just gave the ball up quite a few times there against Kosciuszko. Lost 55-14. Lost against Morton, third week of the season, 34-0. Defeated Scott Central a couple weeks ago, 49-36, and then last week, Velma Jackson just had their way with them, 58-0, and that's how they stand at 2-3 on the season. Of course, West Lauderdale, big win against Philadelphia last week, 40-26. Probably a little closer ball game than you would have wanted against Philadelphia, but definitely found ways to win in last week's ball game as the Knights are 4-1. This is a team that the Knights have had their way with over the past few years, Dean. In fact, if you go over the last 5 years, now 6, there's some pretty good gaps in between those two scores. 46-6 last year's ball game, 61-13 2 years ago, 42-7, 44-3, 28-10. Last time Leake Central defeated the Knights was back in 2017 with a very, very close victory, 27-26. But there's been some blowouts over the last few years. I'm pretty sure Leake Central probably wanting a little payback tonight.
Yeah, they definitely remember all those. I'm sure the coach has coached them up on that. And this year, I'm not sure about years past, but this year they've got a solid ground attack and they've got a solid air attack.
They're pretty equal as far as how many plays in the air, as far as on the ground. Pretty right there neck and neck with each other. But as far as production goes, you can look at the stats and definitely see the air game quite more productive than the ground game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what to expect tonight. We've seen that in the past. A couple weeks ago against Germantown, and Germantown comes out on the ground. So you just got to, you're pretty much going to going to get that until the Knights can stop some running up the middle. You're probably going to get that over and over and over until they can stop it.
True, and I can assure you that Coach Brock Clay, I mean, he not only, we're just looking at numbers on a page. He looked at film. So he looked at this film and he got his defense together and said, all right, guys, look, this is the way they're going to set up for this and that and whatever. I can assure you he's coached them well for that run or that pass attack.
Of course, this is your pregame show being brought to you by Battery One Source as well as Home Instead Senior Care. We're going to come right back and give you the starters for the West Lauderdale Knights and go over a little bit more about the Leake Central Gators as well. Once again, pregame show being brought to you by Battery One Source and Home Instead Senior Care on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC. In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knight football team. Go Knights! It's fall savings at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville. Get pumpkins for $7.99 each. Sirloin and pork chops $1.29 a pound. Fryer thighs 99 cents a pound. Pint Mayfield ice cream 2 for $5. 1 pound of Piggly Wiggly rice only 79 cents. 2-liter Piggly Wiggly drinks $1.09, and 52-ounce Florida's natural orange juice only $3.19. Don't forget steak night from 3 to 7 every Thursday at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
Now with your FCA Pep Talk, sponsored by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville on Q101.
Hey, my name is Reagan Brady, and I'm a senior softball player at West Lauderdale. One thing that I've struggled with throughout my life is finding joy when things aren't going my way. But 1 Thessalonians 5 says to rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. I would encourage everyone to have joy and gratitude in every situation, because God is so good, and there is always so much to be thankful for, even when you might not see it.
Tune in next week for another FCA Pep Talk on Q101. WJDQ Meridian and Collinsville, your hit music connection and home for West Lauderdale Knights football is Q101, a service of Digital Strategies.
Welcome back here to Leake Central, just less than 5 minutes before kickoff here at Leake Central as the Gators, once again the Knights, opening 4 for a action tonight. Captains are about to meet at midfield. The captains for tonight for the Knights, number 27, Hunter Moore, number 33, Tim McDonald, number 51, Bryson Alford, and number 14, Carson Smith. Of course, once again, meeting the 2 and 3 Leake Central Gators, if I can see that far across the field. 51 is Kierick Collins. 50 is Jorvorius Primer. Number 6 is DeMar Gardner. He's one of the guys that you're going to see a lot of tonight. And number 5, Cameron Travis. Those are your captains for the Leake Central Gators. And we'll go over that information in just a little bit. Dean, if you cover that for me while I go over the offensive as well as defensive starters for the Knights. We'll start out the offensive line. Number 56, Carson Richardson. Number 51, Bryson Alford. Number 54, Kendall Gaddy as your center. Right guard is Sam Clark, wearing number 58. Number 68 is your right tackle, Aiden Greenlee. Tight end is number 62, Ray Spence. Number 27, H-back is Hunter Moore. And your receivers for the Knights, 2 of them. Number 5, Chase Gathings, and number 3, Antonio Radcliffe. Number 4, Caleb Collins is your running back, and number 7, Caden Peoples is your quarterback. Of course, they call him KP. Defensive side of the football goes like this. Defensive line, 76, Sean Cole. 63, Michael Carroll. Defensive ends are number 25, Cade Germany. Number 14, Carson Smith, who had quite possibly the game of his life last week's ball game. In the middle of the field for the defense, number 33, Tim McDonald. Number 12, Jake Rogers. And number 11, Jack Davidson. Backfield for the Knights, number 1, Cooper Luke. Number 16, CJ Gathings. Number 17, Javion Wilson. And number 24, Jet Calvert. And those are your starters for the West Lauderdale Knights, as well as, offense as well as defense. No coin toss just yet?
No coin toss. Yeah, and I'm just curious, you were naming off the defensive guys there. Where's Cooper Luke going to be?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Last week we announced him as a defense. He came out throwing a halfback pass and to go for 54 yards. And I talked to Coach Daniel Knox about that, and he just wanted a spark to kick off the night. As the week prior, Germantown, we had trouble getting that spark.
Yeah.
And he wanted to kick off the game with a spark on offense, and did just that.
Yeah.
Threw for 54 yards to kick off the game, and never know what's going to happen.
Nope, you never do. So we'll have to see here. The captains are still at midfield with the stripy shirts.
And while we're waiting on that action, once again, we'd like to thank Battery One Source as well as Home Instead Senior Care. Battery One Source, John Dufour, you can get by there, and you may not need a battery, and they're going to test your all this stuff out to see if that's what you need, and they're going to hook you up with the right prices and everything over there at Battery One Source. And also Home Instead Senior Care. If you want to come out to a ball game, take the hour trip up here to Leake Central and enjoy a game, but you have an elderly loved one at home, that's what they're there for. Home Instead Senior Care, to help to take care of your elderly individuals so that you can possibly go out and have some family time. But as we're waiting the coin toss information, West Lauderdale wearing their black helmet with the silver logo on the side of the helmet, white jerseys with the black numerals, black pants with the white stripe down their side, and Leake Central, black on black on black. What'd you see, Dean?
Well, I'm thinking, you're talking about the coin toss, I'm sorry. Leake Central won the coin toss. They have deferred to the third quarter to receive the ball, so it looks like the Knights are going to start it off in their favor.
All right, as far as offensive production, we did not get a starting roster for the offense and defense for the Leake Central Gators, but I can give you some information about the quarterback as far as running backs as well. Quarterback is 63 of 109 attempts in the air, 63 completions, just under 1,000 yards in the air in just 5 games. The Leake Central Gators do have 1,040 yards in the air so far this season. They do have a backup quarterback that's come in a few times, Mr. Harvey, but Todd Edmond is your starting quarterback, number 2. As far as rushing the football for the Gators, you have a kid by the name of Shy Williams, who looks pretty good. Once again, he's wearing number 24. He's carried the ball 68 times, just under 300 yards on the ground, and for the team, 662 yards so far on the ground. So they put up some production on the air, in the air and on the ground.
Yeah, they definitely do. And also, a thing of note there is that quarterback who has that many yards, his longest pass play was 91, but he's also got 8 interceptions for the year. So all that throwing, you figure he's going to get picked off every once in a while.
Right.
And I believe, did we pick one off last week? I believe so. So the Knights definitely have the capability to pick them off. We're just going to see how the coach coached them up this week.
So how does that compare with the West Lauderdale Knights on the ground? Once again, on the ground for the Gators, 662 on the ground. The Knights, as the Knights make their way on the sideline, the Knights 1,183 yards on the ground, only just about 350 yards in the air. So a little bit different, but maybe more of a conservative on the ground attack for the Knights compared to the Leake Central Gators.
And remember too, our lead rusher is 4 or 5 games over 100 yards?
Yep.
Yeah, so That also shows you our concentration there. We will rail back and throw it from time to time. It depends on how the field looks.
So the offense will start out tonight on the field, as once again Dean noted just a few moments ago that Leake Central did win the coin toss, deferred for the second half. So the offense for the Knights will trot out, or actually the kickoff return team will trot out to begin things. And looking forward to a great contest. 4-4A action begins tonight for both squads, and next week the Knights will actually break 4-4A action and go on the road to Taylorsville. Here we go. Waiting the kickoff team for the Leake Central Gators. Once again, broadcasting live from the stands, the opposing stands of Leake Central. Kicking off for the Gators is number 1, Jatavius Johnson. And they trotted out the pretty much entire senior squad for the coin toss, right?
Yeah, and it's noted from the roster there, not many seniors on this team. Lots of juniors, lots of sophomores. So obviously a team that's building, not a weak team, building on past success, but this will definitely be a good game for those younger kids. Back deep for the Knights to receive. I know Cooper Luke.
Yep. You have on the other side Travion Mosley, and then this near side, number 4, is Caleb Collins.
Now, Lee, I do notice that ball isn't teed up. It's going to be an offside kick
to begin the Knights action. And did they get it? I believe they did get it. And it will be Leake Central football as they attempted oh, wait a minute. Did it go 10 yards?
I don't believe it did.
The official is standing on the Leake Central side of the football, side of the 50, so that would indicate, they're going to huddle up and discuss this, but that would indicate the ball did not go 10 yards. Therefore, it would be Knights football on the Leake Central 49-yard line, correct?
Yep, they are indicating first down, West Lauderdale. It's going to be right there, about on the 50-yard line, Lee. A little bit more on their side.
Knights will break huddle on the sideline with number 3, Radcliffe, and number 5, Gathings, to this near side. Once again, Knights are moving left to right, already decent field position as they are on the Leake Central 49-yard line. Number 7, KP, being a shotgun formation with number 4, Caleb Collins, flanking him to his right. Snap, looking to pass. Chase Gathings got open field to the 35, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown West Lauderdale.
And folks, I could see that a mile away. I saw the young man sitting there on this side. All he did was a simple crossing pattern. JP put it right there on target, and he took it to the house.
49-yard touchdown pass from KP to Chase Gathings. You know, they hooked up quite a bit last week's ball game.
Yes,
this may be a thing to come for the rest of the year, huh?
It could be, yeah. Nice lining up for the extra point attempt. It's going to be only 1 point here.
Cooper Luke attempting.
Hunter Moore, your long snapper.
Trouble with the snap. Cooper Luke may have to just decide to run with this, and I'm not sure he's going to break that corner, and he does not. And Cooper will, he came into tonight's ball game 14 of 15, now 14 of 16 on the year. Of course, that really was not on him, but nonetheless, 11:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Knights score first on a 49-yard touchdown pass from KP to Chase Gathings. We'll be back on Q101.
Can't make the game? The Knights are live on Q101, the app, the Echo, and Q101radio.net.
Welcome back here to Leake Central. The Knights just actually avoided a little setback to begin the game with an onside kick attempt from Leake Central. Got the ball on the Leake Central Gator 49-yard line and made the Gators pay for a 49-yard pass from KP to Chase Gathings. Knights take an early lead, 6-0. It was a low snap, couldn't get it up, and Cooper Luke could not take it to the end zone, so the Knights remained 6-0 over the Leake Central Gators. Cooper Luke back out on the field for a kickoff. Line drive kicks. come down around the 25-yard line. The 30 comes to this near side, trying to find a lane, and the Knights corral him around the 31, 32-yard line.
A good way for the Knights to stay in their lane there on that return. Cooper didn't get all of his foot into the ball. Still able to stop him there on the 30.
So once again, the starting quarterback is Todd Edmond. Over 1,000 yards already on the in the air, but he's a pretty good runner as well.
Tell me, folks, do y'all like us sitting in the stands? All the noise, I'm sure you can hear every bit of it. Cheerleaders going to jump in here in just a second.
So the Gators will have one receiver to this near side. That'd be a number 6, DeMar Gardner. Number 24, Shai Williams, flanks the quarterback to his left. Also another, a receiver on that far side as well. Going to attempt to run for the first play of the game. Shai Williams with the carry.
Shai Williams, I don't have a height or weight chart, Lee, but he's not that big of a fellow, so he kind of hesitated waiting for a lane to open. I'm sorry, go ahead. 4 yards on the pickup, so to bring up second down and 6. Shai Williams, he's got pretty good pickup on the ground game, leads the Gators on the ground with just under 300 yards on the ground. But we were going to wonder if this was what was going to happen, if the Gators were going to test the Knights defense on the ground. Another handoff to Shai Williams. Shai Williams goes right up that middle and gets about another 3 yards pickup, so it's going to bring up third down and short. Third down and about 3 to go. Lee, on that last play, I believe he was grabbed by the shirt tail there by Jake Rogers. Slowed him down enough. Secondary to come in and make the tackle and clean it up.
37-yard line is where, just on the inside of the 37-yard line, moving right to left, the Gators. 2 receivers set. Quarterback going to take it himself, and he does not get the first down. He'll try to put that football out there to get a little bit of extra yards, but not quite the first down distance. He's going to be 4th down and 1. Now it's the decision time for head football coach of the Gators, Bryant Thomas, once again in his 6th season. Bryant Thomas in his 6th season, as the Gators just had a tough go at it in the last few years. Only winning 1 ball game last year.
I believe I remember a record at West Lauderdale like that once.
They're going to go for it, and at least initially, same formation, 2 receivers set, 1 on each side of the field for the quarterback. And they'll take it himself, and he gets the first down and a few more. He'll cross the 40 to about the 42-yard line, so definitely enough for a first down as the Gators continue their drive.
Yeah, just a simple run there between that far side guard and tackle. So able to pick it up there.
If the action can stay right here, we can see. But until it gets all the way down to my left side, it's going to be kind of tough.
It's going to be, we can tell you who's got the ball. There's going to be a timeout on the field, Lee.
We'll step aside as well. Once again, the Knights lead 6-0. 9:33 remains here in the first quarter. We'll be back on Q101. Put it back.
Between those 2 numbers? Okay. I got you.
West Lauderdale Knights lead the Leake Central Gators by a score of 6-0 on a 49-yard touchdown pass from KP to Chase Gavings to open up tonight's ball game. Leake Central Gators on the move, though. They got the first down, a 42-yard line of their own, moving right to left. Shai Williams on the left-hand side of the quarterback, Edmonds. Looking to pass, get flush from the pocket. Finds his receiver in the backfield, but he'll be taken down in the backfield as well.
That's going to be number 83, I believe. Or 33, I'm sorry. 33 for the Knights. He stayed home. Didn't try to rush up here to get the quarterback. That's what the quarterback was trying to do, was get him trying to draw. His man downfield was not open at all. Good coverage by the Knights there.
That'll drop him all the way down to the, 29-yard line?
I believe
First
so.
down to make would be the Knight 47-yard line. Two receiver set, three receiver set, two on each side, two on the far side, one to this near side. Run up the middle, get some minimum gain, about 2-yard pickup. Crosses the 30, but that's about it. So bring them third down and long. Dean, I don't know if you can count that high, but what you got?
No, not quite, but what I was going to say, it'll be in third down, and that far, what is that, Lee, about 20 yards, 25?
First down marker would be to the 47-yard line of the Knights. You're on the 31 currently of your own, so do the math.
I'm not taking off my shoes in the stands, but I'm figuring it's going to be a pretty good pass play here if they can cover them up like last time. Let's see.
They'll move the two receivers to this near side. High snap, brings it down. Edmund trying to find a screen, and I believe that ball should have hit, looked like it hit the ground, but he didn't call it.
Yeah, but either way, Lee, I thought it touched the ground as well, but ref let it play.
Wade knows that. He's sitting there saying it too. He thought the ball hit the ground, but we're up here. But
they let it play on, and it ball carrier was able to get it up to the looks like the 36-yard line of the Gators.
Yep,
Gators.
Travion Mosley is the return man for the Knights. He'll be standing at his 35-yard line, while the kicker for the Gators, number 1. Standing at his 25-yard line. Once again, number 1, Jatavius Johnson. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name right.
Mr. Johnson's only about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. And that, well, the ball was snapped, but there's I didn't see if it was a flag or if it's a timeout. We're going to wait and see what they say.
Again, the ball is spotted at the 36-37-yard line. It's timeout, Gators. We'll stay here in action. 7:01 remains here in the first quarter. Once again, the Knights and now the Gators with an opening drive on each side. But the Knights, only one play turned into a 49-yard touchdown pass from KP to Chase Gathings, and they ended up having a touchdown in last week's ball game as well. And they're starting to, you got a new quarterback, came in the system about middle of the summer or in the summer.
Yeah.
You have a freshman receiver. Take that chemistry and keep building on throughout the year.
Oh, yeah.
Looking excitement,
Definitely. So the Gators, on that last attempt, they didn't have enough people on the field, and they were waiting on another guy. Ran out of time, and their coach wisely called the timeout before they got flag on it. Like they're going to try it again here.
Once again, see Travion Mosley at his 40. High hanging punt. Travion will do a fair catch signal, and the Knights will take over around the 35-yard line. I believe that's where we'll set up shop, and that'll be the second drive for the Knights offense. Once again, their first drive, one play, was a 49-yard touchdown pass. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I believe they call him the gunner, the guy that runs down, trying to make the tackle when the ball is kicked. Their number 23 is fast.
Well, that's what we heard during the coaches show. Coach Brock Clay just kept on reiterating, fast, and fast.
Yeah, well, he is for sure.
One receiver to this near side, one to the far side for the Knights. KP going to put it in the belly of Caleb Collins, goes off to that far side. I believe he got stopped in the backfield. No gain on the play, actually a loss on the play of maybe about 2 yards. You don't see him get tackled in the backfield often.
How much? That was Jabriel. I'm killing that first name. Jabriel LaFleur of the Gators.
That's something that the Gators always have. I don't know what it is. It's got to be something here. LaFleur is going to be on the team with the Leake Central Gators. Two receivers this near side. And KP going to take it himself. KP at the 40. Makes a guy miss to the 45, out of bounds at the around near midfield. And that's the, do we have a flag?
There will be a flag there. He hit him just as he crossed the out of bounds marker. So that's going to give him technical thing.
I thought there was a flag, but I don't.
He pulled it and dropped it right there.
So once again, first down was made just on the Knight side of the 50.
I take that back, Lee.
He
dropped his beanbag.
Where he went out of bounds.
Okay.
So it'll be a first down and 10 from the Knight 49-yard line. Caleb Collins gets the handoff. Caleb to the 45-yard line, 44-yard line of the Gators. So a gain of 7.
And folks, if you were in attendance, you would see every time the kids are running around on the field, there is a dust cloud. It would appear they haven't gotten any rain up north either. So there's a stoppage, a timeout on the field again for the Gators.
We'll step aside as well. 5:59. I'm pretty sure that was a heat timeout. 6-0 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101. And welcome back to Leake Central. Knights on their second drive of the game. Lead 6-0 over a 4-4A foe Leake Central Gators. The Knights with a second down and 3. Have it on the Gator 44-yard line. 2 receivers at near side. Gadding's going in motion. Flag on the play. I believe that's, so we look at the Chris McDonald State Farm agent flag on the play information. Looks like offsides against the defense.
And I didn't even see anybody move, Lee.
Might have been lined up in the neutral zone.
Might have been, yeah. Well, they are right in front of us now, folks. If anything happens, Lee will tell you.
2 receivers go on this near side, but Gadding's going in motion, and Knights might have given that 5 yards back.
I believe what happened is one of our guys was in the 3-point. I think he slipped.
So once again, as we look at the Chris McDonald State Farm agent flag on the play, a false start for the Knights. Pushes them back to the 44-yard line.
That was just a practice anyhow. This one is for real, watch. This one will be for real. We're going to run a play on this one.
Pistol formation for KP and the Knights. Receiver on each side of the field gives the handoff to Caleb Collins. Caleb gets those 5 yards, or near those 5 yards back. I believe they're going to stop him just shy of the original line of scrimmage. Going to put him at the 40, so bring up second down and 11 to go.
Pulling guard there from the left-hand side, coming over, giving him a little extra breathing room.
Chase Gaddings on this near side. Ratcliffe on the far side as receivers for the Knight pistol formation for KP. And the Knights receiver is Antonio Ratcliffe, makes the connection, makes the reception around the 33-yard line. That's about it, though, as he was tackled almost immediately. Going to be a third down, a little bit less than 5 to go, but we'll call it third down at 5.
Lee, I believe we've been working on our pass game there because our receivers are getting a little bit more space around them before KP throws that ball to them.
Well, that's what having a running back like Caleb Collins and a solid running attack does. It opens up those passing lanes. And early movement once again. Early movement once again as we look at the Chris McDonald State Farm agent flag on the play. And that's going to give the Knights a first down as a host of black jerseys with that orange highlight crossed over into Knight territory.
Good thing about these jerseys, Lee, is we can tell every number. I can see numbers on the other side of the field.
So Ratcliffe and Gaddings come to this near side as your receivers. Pistol formation for KP and the Knights. Caleb Collins with the handoff. Caleb to the 25, breaks the tackle inside to the 20, inside to the 15, and near the 10-yard line. Caleb Collins, nice run for the Knights.
Caleb, as soon as he got about 2 steps, he kicked that speed in, was able to outrun a defender that was trying to bring him down from behind, and then he just bobbed and weaved his way through black jerseys for that pickup.
So I believe they're going to put the ball just on the outside of the 11-yard line, so they can get a first down before a touchdown. Once again, great movement by and shiftiness from Caleb Collins.
Yeah, lots of wiggling going on there.
Just under 4 minutes to play. Once again, the Knights lead 6-0. Going in motion is Hunter Moore. Goes to the opposite side of the line that he's on. Another handoff to Caleb Collins inside the 10, near the 5. I believe it's going to be a 6-yard pickup, bring up second down and 4. Once again, I'm going to be saying I believe or I think pretty much all night tonight due to we're having to broadcast from the stands.
As long as you don't follow it up with I can fly, everything's fine, because you're standing on the top of the bleacher.
Yeah, there's not much to hold me in there. An I formation, Hunter Moore with the handoff. Hunter Moore, does he get in there? Not yet seen a signal yet. Yep, touchdown, Hunter Moore. Touchdown Knights. Knights extend their lead by 6 or 12-0. See what the Knights elect to do, to go for 2 or just to put it through the uprights.
Folks, if you could not hear Hunter's daddy, he's off to my right by about 15 feet. And he's definitely cheering for his son there the way he put it in.
They'll line up for an extra point attempt. Once again, Hunter Moore is your long snapper. Another holder out there. Usually it's Cameron Vaughn. Kick is up. And it looks good from here, and it is. Knights lead 13-0, 3:15 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll be back on Q101. And welcome back as the Knights are taking a 13-0 lead on a 4-yard touchdown run from Hunter Moore, number 27, probably the most fired-up individual on the football field.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that's not taking anything away.
No, not of it. Not of it. It's just Hunter, and if you know his daddy, you know where he gets it from. So I've known his daddy for 25 years at least, 30 years. Back when he was just a small fry.
Cooper Luke now 15 of 17 on extra points this year. Following his extra point. We'll put a toe to leather again.
Much better kick.
And the young man will have some trouble with the return. Just now picking it up on the 3-yard line, but he might have waited for that coverage to get in front of him and took off. He'll get to about 15 yards on the return, which once again, if you see what we saw, then when he was having some trouble picking up that football inside the 5-yard line.
Definitely was, and he was getting a head of steam there until I believe that was Tim McDonald. No, that wasn't Tim McDonald. Wrong number. He's got a 3 on it. I can't see it. Anyway,
we'll excuse you on this game. By the way, Clint will return next week. Not saying anything wrong.
See, there I go, folks. I'm gone. I'm already fired. Look at that.
21-yard line is where they'll set up shop. 2 receivers to this near side. Edmonds, your quarterback, number 2, hand the ball off to number 24, Shy Williams, and Tim McDonald. There you go with number 33. Yeah. Tim McDonald makes a huge tackle there as he tried to go up the middle, and Tim McDonald said, no, sir. Pick up for maybe 2 yards.
I did notice that Todd Edmond, the quarterback for the Gators there, it looked like he was going to try to pull it back there, but the running back had already taken it from him. Mr. McDonald made him pay for it. I'm waiting for the Gators to crank open their passing game.
Maybe seeing it here. 2nd down, 9 to go. Only 1-yard pickup on that previous play. Shy Williams going in motion, giving empty backfield. Number 6, and that was an interception. Tim McDonald almost had. He did. Tim McDonald, you mentioned his name. You might have just spoken it into an existence. He had a great tackle, and now he's got an interception for the Knights. Set up shop around the 30-yard line.
Folks, the Gator quarterback stepped back. He scanned the field. He saw his receiver over here, and he was open for a minute, but Mr. McDonald was kind of spying on it. As soon as that ball was released, Mr. McDonald was going for it, took it right away from it. So that's going to set the Knights up in beautiful field position right there on the 30. That is a 30, right?
Yes, sir.
It's got a 3 in it. Yeah, that's 30. Okay. And we are still in the first quarter, folks. 2:22 left. Your Knights up 13-0 on the Gators.
They'll line up Gathings wide right, Radcliffe wide left, pistol formation. KP with Collins directly behind him, gives more dosage of the football to Collins with a 6-yard carry. And actually, they'll stop him after a 5-yard pickup, so 2nd down, 5 to go for the Knights.
A.J. Loper, middle linebacker for the Gators. He's a senior. He is getting into that backfield quite easily. The only problem is when he gets in there, ball carrier is already gone. So if he can tweak what he's doing there, he's going to give us trouble later on in the game.
Yeah, I watched a lot of I'll wait to share that after this play. 2 receivers this near side. KP rolling out to his right. He may pull it down, and he does, but he'll lose maybe a yard or 2 on it. Looked like he was trying to find Gathings in the end zone. Couldn't get him open, but he'll lose maybe 1 or 2 yards and bring up 3rd down long.
Yeah, he was looking far there in the end zone. His checked off man down here, Hunter, he had a man close to him. He wasn't going to make the same mistake the Gator quarterback did.
3rd down, 6, maybe 7. Like early movement against the Gators, and that is correct. And that's as we look at the flag on the play, being brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. He's been getting his name called out quite a bit here in the first quarter. 1:16 remaining.
We appreciate that flag that time, Chris. So this brings up 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 6, because I was just fixing to ask you, 6 yards, are you going to try to run it or throw it here? Well,
I think you definitely, you can come back and get it on 4th, but you probably want to just put the pounder right here, and that's what they're going to do. Caleb Collins with the ball at the 20, inside the 20 to the 15, inside the 15 to the 10, and I believe they'll mark him down at the 9-yard line. Talking about Chris McDonald a few moments ago, I laughed. I busted out laughing the other day. I was driving down Highway 19. I just made a stop at Piggly Wiggly, get my ritual morning breakfast.
Where else would you stop?
Exactly. Got that bacon, but kept on driving and looked up to my right. I said, "There, don't throw a flag. There's Chris McDonald's billboard."
Better slow down. I'll throw a flag on you.
First and goal from the Gator 9-yard line. KP handed off, no, quarterback keeper, and they were expecting that. About 4 or 5 black jerseys all around KP. That'll be another loss. Second down and goal from the 11.
So I talked about it last week. Chase Gavins over there, number 5, 6'6" receiver.
I got to see him in person yesterday.
Is he really 6'6"?
Yes.
He's on up there, huh?
Yep.
Well, every defensive back he's lined up against, he's looking at the top of their helmet. So
I was about 3 feet away from him. I said,
good matchup.
Only a freshman. 2 receivers to this near side. KP, pull it down, try to pass to Gavins, and in and out of his hands. He would have been just shy of the end zone, but it's going to bring up third down and goal from the 11.
Good coverage there that time on the Gators, staying there with him. Ball got there about the time the defender did.
So right now it would be a 28-yard field goal attempt if they elected to do so. Once again, you're 11 yards out from the end zone. Once again, Cooper Luke had a 42-yarder and a 32-yarder in last week's ball game.
And Coop is actually in the game
reverse to Cooper. He's going to that far side. He's trying to find a crease to go to, and he will not find it. And let's see what the coaches decide to do. He got a pickup of about 3 yards.
Remember last week we ran a reverse. I don't know if Coop was in on that one or not, but Gators definitely sniffed that one out.
So it's going to bring up fourth down and goal. They didn't give him much. They only gave him 1. So fourth down and goal from the 10.
You know, if he had a receiver, though, while he was running that play, somebody who just trickled out, I'd been touchdown all night.
For more coaching plays,
yes, more
Coach Dean Harper.
Thank you very much.
There's the kick attempt. Did it get hit? It got hit, I believe. It got blocked. So the Knights will keep a 13-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back on Q101. Welcome back here to Leake Central as the Knights 13, Leake Central 0. The Knights just attempted a field goal. A 27-yard attempt got blocked. So the Knights hold a 13-0 lead as we start the second quarter here at Leake Central. Once again, Leake Central 2-3, West Lauderdale 4-1 as we both enter into district play. And the Gators will hand the ball off right there at the 20-yard line. Not much there as number 12, Jake Rogers, makes the tackle.
Jake was right there just waiting for it. He could almost taken the handoff himself. And folks, we'll go ahead and apologize. Since the end of the quarter, the ball flipped the field. It's on the far side now.
So I'm about to depend on the yard markers on my determination of where we are. So that's going to bring up second down, 11 to go. Pass will be complete to that far side of the football field before a host of white jerseys makes the tackle. And that'll be a pickup of,
is this 6 or 7?
We're going to call it third down and 3, third down and 4. So a pickup of 7 yards.
Just a quick pass over that far side, and that shows you, we talked about the passing total for the year so far.
Once again, second down, 4 to go for the Gators. 2 receivers to this near side, 2 to the far side, spreading everything out wide. And it looked like early movement against the Gators. Did they call a timeout? If so, that would have been their final timeout.
No,
that's going to be, they're saying offsides, but they're moving it. Yeah, it's going to be offsides defense. That'll give the Gators a first down.
The Knights linebackers have this thing where one of them will stun in and back off, back and forth, and I think a lineman might have jumped over too early.
Let's get a flag on the play being brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Same formation for the Gators. Shai Williams going to be flanking the quarterback to his left. Quarterback keeper goes up the middle. Initially, I thought maybe a face mask got in there, but I think the shoulder pads just got turned around.
Yeah, he reached his arm across in there and pulled him down. That was number 12 that made that tackle there.
Gain of 4 on the play. Second down, 6 to go. Gators offense has not had much to go on. Threw an interception during the previous drive. Tim McDonald came up big with an interception. Second down, 6 to go. Moving left to right, same formation. Quarterback Edmonds looking to pass, looking left, throws left, got a receiver, makes the connection just before midfield, about 3 yards. Did the ball come loose?
Came loose, but I think he got back on it, yeah.
On the 48-yard line of the Gators, and he comes up limping. I don't know if that's a cramp or not, but he goes back down on the field.
We'll take a look and see what they do once the trainer walks up to him.
Looks to be holding his thigh, or his hamstring.
Took a pretty good hit there by the Knights when he went down there.
Just under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Once again, the Knights lead 13-0. Injury timeout. We'll step aside as well. We'll be back on Q101. Welcome back to Leake Central, and we got an injury timeout on the field. The young gentleman still down. I'm not, which would lead me to believe it's not a cramp. Just under 10 minutes to go, 9:59 left here in the second quarter. Knights lead 13-0. He was actually the young gentleman that made the reception, correct?
Yeah, and it's going to be his ankle there, his right ankle that they're looking at. Sportsmanship showing through. Coach Brock Clay run out there as well, taking a look. I believe that is our trainer
out there. Yes, it's our trainer. Robbie McKee is out there.
So the young man is up, leaving the field on his own power. He's just got a little limp going there. Hopefully he'll be okay.
The Knights defense head back out. Probably the most success that the Gators have had so far tonight. Their first drive got a few yards before stalling. Second drive, interception. Now a drive that began on their own 20. They're currently on their own 48-yard line. So
safeties are playing just a little soft on them there, allowing that underneath pass. Closing down quickly when they do make the completion, but it's still moving the ball.
Yep. 2 receivers on each side of the field for the Gators. And a handoff to Shy Williams. Shy Williams going right up the middle, but not much there. Maybe 2 yards on the pickup, if that. Yeah, they're going to give him 2 yards. Second down, 8 to go.
Lee, I can actually smell the dust from the field over here in the stands, if you can believe that. We definitely need rain. Everybody needs rain.
So, once again, second down, 8. They're yet to cross into Knight territory on the 49-yard line of their own. 3 receivers on this near side, 1 to the far side. Quarterback Edmonds, and to his right is Shy Williams. Low snap. Shy Williams will actually have to take it himself, and that might have actually helped the Gators out a little bit. It allowed the defense to kind of wonder, okay, maybe I'll go for the ball, but instead Shy was able to get into Knight territory and almost get a Gator first down.
Yeah, Knights were really looking there because they only had 5 people on the line since everybody else was spread out, one in the backfield. And like Lee said, that probably helped the Gators. Bet they won't do it again, though.
They'll move one of those receivers to the far side, so double receivers on each side of the field. Now going in motion, one of those receivers on this near side. Quarterback keeper, though, goes right up the middle and will definitely get a first down for the Gators, getting on the 40-yard line.
Now, Lee, I don't know, maybe he's really good at it, but every time that quarterback runs with the ball and he's going down, he outreaches that arm, trying to pick up another yard or so. That might bite him at some point. Maybe not this game, right. But somebody might take it away from him.
First and 10 for the Gators. Drive that started on their own 20. Now stand at the Knight 40-yard line. Blitz for the Knights. Carson Smith trying to get him a quarterback, but doesn't. And number 24, Shy Williams, still on his feet inside the 30, around the 25-yard line. We'll see what the official marks him.
So actually, that time, Lee, they picked up a little screen there, was able to get behind his lineman going downfield. Had him some blockers, was able to move the ball pretty good there.
Waiting on Carson Smith to get back there and get him another tackle for loss. He's got 12 on the season, 3 sacks on the season, and 5 hurries. Definitely leads the team.
Well, he needs to hurry on up and get back there and get another one.
First down and 10 on the 25-yard line. 24. Looking to pass, it's Edmond. Looking to go deep. He's got a man in the end zone, and does he make it? Yes. Touchdown, Gators. 24-yard touchdown pass from Edmonds to number 6. Number 6 is DeMar Gardner.
Mr. Gardner there got in the back corner of that end zone. He was either going to catch it or it was going to hit the ground, one or the other. Perfect pass, or dropping it in the bucket. Just able to outrun his defender there.
That's right. Kicking for the Gators. I'll get that number turned toward me. I think it's 58.
I think it is.
Nope.
Okay.
Yes, it is, but we don't have a 58 on our roster.
Play clock down to 8 seconds here.
Number 2, the quarterback, is your holder. There's a snap. Hold is down. There will be a flag as we take a look at our flag on the play. Being brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. He put his hands on his hips, so therefore it's going to be against the Knights, and that's going to go half the distance to the goal line. Here's where you got to coach. Coach Thomas has got to think, hey, you got a few, just a few inches before you can get a 2-point conversion. What do you do here?
Yeah, I'm not sure what. Well, I mean, they've got a couple running plays that might pick up that yardage. That previous kick, he went in and put his foot to leather, and it was wide left. And it looks like they're going to try to boot it again here. Might make it this time, being a little closer.
That's good. The score is 13-6 in favor of the Knights with 7:19 remaining. Holder is the quarterback, but and another flag. So this will be his 3rd attempt. It was blocked, though. I mean, it was tipped, excuse me. Not necessarily blocked, but there is a flag on this near side. Of course, Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent, flag on the play. Yep. See what the head ref tells us about this flag. The Knights defense still on the field, and they're saying, come back out, come on back. So will the Gators get another shot at this?
And I don't know who got their hand on that one. It was definitely touched by Knight as it went through the air. The back ref was signaling that.
If it's against the Knights, you would definitely believe that Coach Thomas would trot out his offense. But it doesn't look like it's going against the Knights. It's going to go against the Gators. Going to back them up 5 yards.
And this puts him back into the range he was earlier when he missed it. So we'll try for a 3rd time. Score still 13-6.
It's got 3rd drive of the night for the offense from the Gators. Turns into a 24-yard touchdown pass from number 2 to number 6, DeMar Gardner. There's a high snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it looks good from here. Yep. It is. 3rd time's a charm. 13-7 with 7:19 remaining here in the first half. We'll be back on Q101. Once again, the Gators the Gators get into the Knights lead a little bit by score 13-7 with a 24-yard pass from the quarterback, Todd Edmond, to number 6, DeMar Gardner.
Going to be another onside. Look at the football.
They showed that, but
still sitting on the tee, kind of weird there. See what he's got.
Line drive, whip kick, gonna come down to 25. Now, and Cooper's still having trouble with it. Picks it up at the 20. Cuts back inside to the 25. Around the 25-yard line is where they'll mark him down. Those are probably one of the hardest to field. One of those that just takes a bounce on the field and just it starts to go.
Yeah, and also, you know, you're looking at the ball and here it comes, and you know, you got to take your eye off the guys running to you.
Get to witness a lot of things up here in the stands.
Nothing like the stands on a Friday night.
So first down and 10 for the Knights on their own 25, leads 13-7. Going in motion is Gathings. Gathings getting a little jet sweep to this near side, but nothing there. Nothing there. Actually lose about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, it was Rashard Bell coming in, junior for the Gators, able to make that stop. He was them long arms of his. He was able to reach out and grab some jersey.
That's one of those plays you really just got to shoot the first gap you see and take what the defense gives you, right?
Yeah, and the handoff was a little messy there. He couldn't get it going full speed. He had to slow down a bit.
Gathings and Radcliffe on the far side receivers. Knights moving right to left. Handoff to Collins. Collins goes to that far side, gets back up to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. So to bring up third down and long for the Knights. You definitely don't want to give it right back to the Gators. We just found out how explosive they can be, and we alluded to that before the game during the pregame show, as far as how much they can produce in the air and on the ground.
Right, and don't forget they get the ball started the second half.
And that, speaking of that second half, it's about 6 minutes, 10 seconds away. Knights once again lead 13-7. They'll move their receivers to this near side. There's going to be some confusion on the play here as we have a few Knights moving. Not a penalty, but just a few Knights trying to get in the correct spot. Third down 10. KP looking to pass, throwing. He's got a receiver. Caleb Collins just overshoots his receiver about a foot. And that would have definitely been enough for a first down, and Caleb probably would have kept on running all the way to the end zone if he'd have made that connection.
Yeah, Caleb comes out. It's just going to be an easy route down the sideline here, but he wasn't quite going fast enough, KB's pass. So, we're going to kick it to him. I
believe a heat timeout is what was called, and we're going to stay here in action. So we've got 5:48 remaining here in the first half. The Knights about to punt away.
For the first time?
For the first time.
Okay. So we shall see how the Gators are fielding a punt. See how our own gunner runs down there. You know who our gunner is, right?
Who's that?
I don't know. The flying bowling ball.
Once again, we'll be punting from the 25-yard line. Cooper Luke will do the honors. He'll be standing around the 12, 13-yard line. 2 returners back for the Gators.
I don't know if the second one is really a returner or just a spy in case we try something.
Deep man's number 6, who had the touchdown a few moments ago, DeMar Gardner. There's the punt. Not that great of a punt. Should have been a flag, I guess, number 1. And,
yep.
That'll give the Knights, will help out the Knights a little bit as the Gators initially going to take over inside Knight territory at the 47-yard line, but a flag on the play. Once again, being brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent.
Our gunner was flying down the field and received a chop block.
Not good.
Not good at all. He's walking it off over here on the sideline. That will bruise tomorrow. Mama, you got to put some ice on that.
That ain't going to stop him, though, tonight.
That's not going to stop him tonight. No, it's going to fire him up. So next time he's trotting down the field and he sees that number, I'm not going to call it out. You probably return the favor.
It should be a 15-yarder from the Knight 45-yard line, which will put the Gators on their own 40. Let's see if I'm correct on this, Dean.
Yep. All the way back
close enough. 41-yard line. This is a big drive for the Knights defense.
Definitely is.
You give up a touchdown here, and the Gators come right back on the football field in the second half with the offense.
Stripey shirts have got to confer for just a second here. Somebody probably needs to tell the ball teams, though, they're fixing to snap the ball. That's why you hear the whistles.
Yeah, we have a few officials huddling up to get the information, I guess all three of them correct information, right?
Yeah. Or where we're going to eat after the game.
It's again up here in Leake Central as the Gators and the Knights, Region 4 4A, a different look a little bit, not too terribly different, but a Region 4 4A that does no longer have Louisville or Kosciuszko in the mix. We have Choctaw Central, Leake Central, Newton County, Northeast Lauderdale, West Lauderdale. 5 teams that makes 4 games. So one win is getting the first win of the first game of your region play is definitely huge.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely put you on the right path for postseason. Stripey shirts are still discussing this. I don't really see what the issue would be unless, because he dropped the flag where the penalty occurred.
Well, the only thing that I can think of, and I think this is what they're doing now, is the flag, where he placed the flag was at the 45-yard line of the Knights. He didn't give him a full 15 yards, and now I think that's what they're doing now.
Okay.
Maybe even further than that, Dean. Try to give him a little, unless he picked up the initial flag and moved it back.
Yeah, I mean,
they've moved the penalty yardage all the way to around the 35-yard line.
Penalty looked like it was on the 45, but okay. Here comes a pass. Watch.
2 receivers on each side of the field. And they'll hand off to Shy Williams. Goes right up the middle, but nice defensive stand for the Knights. Going to be about a pickup of 2, maybe 3 yards. We'll say a second down and 8 for the Gators. Once again, Gators moving left to right. Gators scored just a few moments ago on a 24-yard touchdown pass. And after holding the Knights to go 3 and out, have the football back in their possession. Second down, 8 to go, moving left to right. Another handoff, no. Quarterback keeper, Edmonds going right up the middle.
Yeah, he got that defense to start drawing off to this side and kept it himself. Has been a little effective.
Third down, long 2, third down 3 to go for the Gators. And if the Gators don't get it, Coach Thomas is probably going to think about rolling the dice being this close.
Right.
2 receivers on each side of the field for Edmonds. Low snap. Edmonds will pick it up and take it himself and will not get there. I don't believe. He will reach out and be close to it, like Dean alluded to a few moments ago. When he does take off and run, when he starts to get tackled, he reaches out in front of him. He's got those long arms, and that could bite him at some point tonight. But he's going to be about a half a yard shy of a first down.
Nope. They just gave him the first down.
Wow.
Didn't even run the chains out there. But that's okay. The ball did come loose, though, by the way. He got right back on it, but it popped loose there when he was going down.
Double receivers set on each side of the field for the Gators. First down and 10 from around the 42, 43-yard line. Looking to pass is Edmonds. Pass, and is it picked off? Yes! No, in and out of his hands. Cooper Luke almost had him another interception. He had him one back a couple weeks ago against Germantown and almost took to the house. And
I believe there's going to be a flag.
There's a flag on the play. I think he's calling for an illegal shift. He's doing an illegal shift, but I thought that I heard a few people in the stand saying holding. But
well, I heard that as well. Regardless of that, just as he got rid of that ball, he got planted in the dirt out there.
It was, once again, flag on the play. Brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent.
That's going to back him up, Lee, first and about 15.
First down 15 as the ball is inside the 40-yard line of the Gators. 3 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side. And rolling out to his right is the quarterback Edmonds, and hit immediately as the catch is made. But he's right there at the Knight 49-yard line, so he's going to make that distance quite short. Around second down and 2, second down 3.
Good job by the Gator hanging on that ball. He got hit in the air just after he caught it. You heard the crowd holler. They didn't holler loud enough, so he kept the ball.
Double receiver set on each side of the field for Edmonds. I say Edmonds. I think it's Edmund. No S. Shotgun formation does have Shy Williams on his left side. And we'll hand off to Williams. Williams gets the first down and more. He'll get inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. And the Gators continue this drive. Once again, they were down 13-0 just a few moments ago. Scored on a 24-yard touchdown pass. Defense held strong for the Gators. Not allowing much at all for the ensuing drive for the Knights, and now find themselves on the move in Knight territory on the 43-yard line. First down and 10 to go. Williams with the no quarterback keeper goes right up the middle. He's to the 35, 30, 25, cuts back inside to around the 20-yard line. And the Gators mean business here in the closing moments of the first half. 2:35 remain. Once again, the Knights lead 13-7, but the Gators knocking on the door. And how big was that non-interception a few moments ago that the Knights could have had?
Exactly, and all they did that time, folks, the same trickery they ran about 2 plays ago. Got the defense leaning one way, and he takes it the other way. Safeties have to stay home on a play like that.
Same formation. It does have a stack formation of receivers on the far side. Let's see if they'd like to go in that direction. No, handoff goes to Shy Williams. Jake Rogers comes in there and makes the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Maybe even lost a little bit there. It's going to bring up second down.
Got a player down there for the Gators, number 13, I believe.
Another injury timeout. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. 13-7. We're going to take an injury timeout along with them. We'll be back on Q101. Once again, back from the injury timeout. That was big number 73, offensive lineman Darian Primer. Only a sophomore, but they are big, Dean.
Yeah, there's definitely some cornbread on the field over there. Not like Germantown.
No, he was able to walk off on his own. So once again, it's second down and 10 for the Gators. Once again, on the move. The ball is spotted just on the outside of the 20-yard line of the Knights. Knights lead 13-7 as the clock moves. 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. Shy Williams with the handoff, comes to this near side, gets hit hard. Cade Germany with a huge tackle in the backfield.
Folks, he grabbed on the back of his jersey.
He is not letting go.
He would not let go of him. Gives him a little loss there.
Cade Germany comes up big with a tackle for loss. Doesn't drop him back much, about a yard, but
definitely stopped him though. Trying to cut back in on the inside, didn't work for him.
Clock's at 1:19 now. 3 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far. Going in motion is number 20 going to that far side. Quarterback Edmond looking to pass, looks left, looks down the middle, may take it and run with it. He's got Jake Rogers in his midst though. He'll take it and run with it, and he's going to be close to those sticks, about 2-3 yards shy of a first down. It's going to bring up third down and 2. I believe third down and 2 for the Gators.
Gator quarterback there, when he rolled out and started rolling, he's rolling to his right. The majority of his receivers are to his left. Anybody knows anything about football, you never throw across your body.
I'm sorry, fourth down and 2.
So it'd be a nice little stand for the Knights here to take it over on downs with a minute or so left in the first half, up 13-7, knowing the Gators are going to get the ball to start the second half.
I think they wanted confirmation that it was fourth down, and it is. It's fourth down, 2 to go. Ball is spotted on the 13, I believe, Dean, 13-yard line.
I believe so.
3 receivers to that far side, and early movement against the Knights, and that'll give Gators a first down as we have a flag on the play brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Chris McDonald. And those are right there where you have momentum a little bit, and then you have just basically that balloon, a needle just stuck in the balloon that gives the Gators new life.
Yeah. So now I'm thinking they're over here on this close hash mark. They got a receiver on an island over there on that far side. They're going to give him a little help with Hunter. Cooper Luke, I'm in.
Looking run with number 24, Shy Williams. Shy Williams goes to the outside. Not much there. It's going to bring up second down and goal from the 4-yard line, 5-yard line, excuse me.
Cooper Luke heard me say his name, so he went ahead and tackled that fella.
So remember the 2 timeouts that the Gators used earlier in tonight's game?
Yeah, because they couldn't get their personnel on the field. I might bite them here because the clock is running. 36 seconds left in the game. They're still getting the play together, getting personnel lined up.
Right, any kind of tackle in the backfield is going to hurt their chances big time to capitalize on this. Once again, the Knights lead 13-7. Looking to pass is the quarterback, number 2, Edmond, looking down in the middle of the field, and incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock with 21 seconds remaining here in the first half. Third down and goal from the 5.
Folks, when he threw that pass, he threw it to 3 black shirts and 3 white shirts. Why no one caught that ball, I don't know.
They just called their timeout, their final timeout. Not sure that stopped the clock with the incomplete pass. I'm guessing to make sure you got the correct play. You definitely have time. You had 21 seconds. You had 5 yards to get the touchdown. 2 plays to get that, but definitely enough time. But once again, you take a tackle for loss.
Right.
You're pretty much hurt to get back on the line of scrimmage and snap the ball.
Right, so that's why you give them 2 plays right here on the sidelines and say, okay, if it doesn't work, run back to the ball and do this play.
Once again, 21 seconds remain here in the first half. Knights lead 13-7. The Knights scored their 13 points in the early moments of the football game. First play, offensive play from scrimmage for the Knights, had a 49-yard touchdown pass from KP to Chase Gathings, and then number 27, Mr. Hunter Moore, got him a 4-yard touchdown run. And the Knights offense has been silent since.
Quarterback keeper here would be nice.
Empty backfield. 2 receivers the far side, 3 receivers to the near side. Edmond looking to pass, being flushed in the pocket, and he runs into his own man. He's still on the move, and he'll be tackled at about a 1-yard pickup. So it's going to bring a 4th down and goal from the 4, and there's not another timeout available.
But they called that's their 4th timeout.
Unless they did call a heat timeout and shown it toward that, earlier when I thought it should have been a heat timeout, that's what it was.
Okay.
But they did point toward Leake Central earlier tonight instead of saying heat timeout. 10 seconds now remain. 4th down and goal from the 4.
I'm still thinking that quarterback keeper the way they did it before, because both times, or at least twice, he was able to pick up a lot of yardage with that.
And the scenario is huge for the Gators. I mean, they could sit here and take the lead on one play before halftime and then come right back out into the second half with the football. They won the coin toss tonight. They deferred for the second half. So the scenario is there for the Gators to take to get on the Knights, get on above the Knights for a couple of possession scores. So here it is, 4th down and goal from the 4-yard line of the Knights. They're going to elect to kick a field goal here. Earlier tonight, he missed on 2, hit on the 3rd one. And what I mean by that, there was a couple of penalties that allowed him to kick 3 times. 3rd one, he nailed it. See if he can get it here. The ball is going to be about a 22-yard attempt right down the middle of the field. Here's the kick to tip. Does it get in there?
I think so.
It does. So the Gators will even to the Knights lead by 3. It'll be 13-10, but the Knights will have 5 seconds remaining on this kickoff return. We're going to stay here in action since it's so close. Once again, the Knights lead 13-10, and this is a game that the Knights have had control of over the last few years. And I told you earlier tonight, I'm not too sure it's going to be the same type of outcome as years prior, but the Knights have had their way with Leake Central. 46-6 last year, 61-13 back in 21. In 2020, 42-7, 44-3 back in 2019. So this is definitely a different ball game than the years prior.
Yeah, I believe they got better offensive weapons this time. That's keeping them in the game. Of course, their defense ain't doing too bad as well. Kind of loose there in the first quarter that allowed the Knights to score twice. And then they've kind of tightened up a little bit. And as always, I always say it every game, halftime adjustments will win the game for either side.
You got to wonder, they've already elected to attempt an onside kick to begin the game that didn't go in their way.
Yeah, but the Knights are, every man is staring at that ball right now.
And they do go up to it, and it was an onside kick attempt, but once again did not go 10 yards.
It didn't go 5.
And they're going to say offsides here, so they'll either elect to re-kick or do it again. Take the penalty. I'm pretty sure he's going to say keep the ball on the field. No, they're going to tee it back up.
Tee it back up, yeah.
I was about to say, if the Knights were able to take the ball on the 48, you got to think another KP to chase attempt.
I mean, either way, whatever team gets the ball here, they're going to toss that one pass. But that attempt by the Gators there, no, they'd have to stop and let the ball roll a minute before they could have grabbed it.
Previous kick that they had toward the Knights was a line drive on the field. If that happens again, more than likely, then those 5 seconds will expire by the time the Knights will pick it up. And so really this possibly the last play of the half, this kickoff return. They run back up to it. Do not kick it this time. And once again, the ball is spotted at the 35-yard line. Awaiting the kick.
Cooper Luke just waiting for it back there.
Here's the kick. Line drive kick. Going to come down at the 25-yard line, up to the 30. He may take to the foul. He's up to midfield. He crosses midfield at the 48-yard line. Wow.
Everybody jumped to their feet there.
Caleb Collins almost took the ball to the house. But that's where we'll stay. 13-10. Once again, the Knights scored 2 touchdowns in the opening moments of the first quarter. Was kind of stagnant since, but we'll see. That's what we've done in the past. We've been very, very nice in halftime. Mistakes, covering those mistakes, and coming up with something that we can really build onto in the second half. But we'll see what both teams do in about 20 minutes. 13-10 is your score as we go into halftime. Once again, the halftime show being brought to you by some fine sponsors. Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. We'll be back after 3 minutes on Q101. Well, welcome back here once again to Leake Central as the halftime show once again being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. The Knights got on the board quickly tonight after an onside kick attempt to begin the Knights action. The Leake Central Gators was not able to kick the ball 10 yards, and the Knights were able to get it on the Leake Central 49-yard line. One play turned into a 49-yard touchdown pass from KP to Chase Gathings. Chase Gathings would take it to the house. The Knights would not be able to score the extra point, the point after touchdown. Low snap, was not able to dig it out, and Cooper Luke was not able to put it through the uprights, so therefore the score stood at 6-0. After the Knights defense stood strong, the Knights offense got back on the field. Hunter Moore would put it in 5 yards out and extend the Knights lead 13-0 this time. An extra point was good, so the Knights had a quick 13-0 lead. I'll get it right. And you almost got the feeling of, okay, maybe this will turn into a game like the previous few years with the 30, 40 point difference between the two squads. But we got a 25-yard pass from Edmonds to number 6 to Mark Gardner. 25-yard pass would eat into the Knights' lead. Extra point was good. Extra point actually took a few attempts, and there was a couple of penalties on that, but eventually the third field goal attempt did go through the uprights, made the score 13-7. And just a few moments ago in the second quarter, thought the Gators were going to at least go ahead and possibly look into going further ahead in the second half, but the Knights defense held them strong 4 yards out, attempted a field goal. They did get the field goal. The score stands 13-10. Quite close of a ball game, but that's what the Knights have been doing this past year. They've had close ball games against Clarkdale, against Neshoba Central, last week against Philadelphia, and now against Leake Central to open up district play. Yeah, and one thing, Lee, that I was going to point out was less laundry on the field tonight for the Knights than it was last week. Right. I'm sure there was 1 or 2 push-ups during practice this past week to make up for that, and someone was paying attention because, like I said, less laundry on the field, and a couple of them were critical that we needed. But the game, like Lee said, looked like it was going to be running away, and then it didn't, and the Gators started chipping away at that lead, and now they're only 3 points behind us. Yeah, and as we came into tonight's game, really not knowing what to expect, what type of ball club this was for the Leake Central Gators, pretty equal as far as amount of plays on the ground and in the air, but definitely more production in the air, probably about another 400, maybe 500 yards in the air compared to on the ground. So definitely, you've seen the capabilities that they have had over the first 5 games, but we've not seen that production just yet. Yes, they did score on a 25-yard touchdown pass, but mainly been a running ball club tonight. Yeah, pretty much so. And so far, I mean, I know the score is kind of tight there, but so far, the only running, now we had Cooper Luke on the reverse, and then we had number 5 on that jet sweep over here that really wasn't that jetty. But other than that, number 4 has been the workhorse of the rushing. Time of possession as well as plays have definitely been in the favor of Leake Central tonight. We'll go over a breakdown of statistics coming up in just a minute. We're going to step aside as the Mighty Knight Marching Band takes the field for their performance as they are performing to the Leake Central crowd. Once again, your score is 13-10. It is halftime. The Gators will receive the football to begin the second half as they won tonight's coin toss and elected or deferred for the second half. So they will receive the football in about 12 and a half minutes. So we'll come back, tell you more about the statistics, and come right back with more of the halftime show. Once again, being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat after 3 minutes here on Q101. Let's get in your halftime show. Just under 10 minutes left in halftime as the Mighty Knight Marching Band still on the field performing for the Leake Central fans across the way. The good news is the Knights hold on to a 3-point lead, 13-10, but the bad news is statistically, if you were to look on the statistics, and that's the reason you don't ever look at statistics to see the outcome, it's not in the Knights' favor. The Knights have 7 first downs compared to Leake Central's 10, 14 rushes for 69 yards for the Knights, 22 rushes for 78 yards for the Gators, so almost a 10-point advantage in that. 2 receptions for the Knights for 55 yards, one of those being 49 yards in a touchdown pass from KP to Chase Gathings. 7 receptions for 62 yards, so a little lopsided for the Leake Central Gators compared to the Knights' output and you can tell that with the time of possession, double the amount of the time of possession for the Leake Central Gators. So definitely in favor of the Gators on that. As far as your singled out leaders, Caleb Collins with 8 rushes for 53 yards. On the opposite side, number 2, Todd Edmond, who comes into tonight's game as the second leading rusher for the Gators. He's leading the Gators 11 rushes for 51 yards. Coming behind him, who he's been getting a heavy dose of the football, number 24. He's had 9 rushes for 20 yards. Yeah, it just seems a little odd to me, but he's had a few stops in the backfield that's kind of hindered his output, but 20 yards for him. As far as in the air, as far as receiving, Chase Gathings leads the Knights with 49 yards, 1 reception. Radcliffe with the other reception for 6 yards. But on the opposite side, number 6, DeMar Gardner, who had the touchdown reception earlier tonight, had 3 receptions for 37 yards. Shy Williams, number 24, 1 reception for 15 yards. Number 9, Tylen Fortune, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, had 1 reception for 13 yards. And number 19, Charlie Davis, number 5, Cameron Travis had I had that right, number 19, number 19, Charlie Davis had a 10-yard reception as well. And that's your stat leaders for the Knights as well as the Leake Central Gators. About a little bit less than 7 minutes away before the end of halftime, and I'm looking for the Leake Central Gators band to come out on the football field, and as they start to make their way on the football field, we're going to step aside and come right back with some scores to try to get you some scoreboard as we look at the Elite Flooring scoreboard coming up. We'll step aside for 2 minutes and come right back with that information. But once again, 13-10 in favor of the Knights. But once again, the Gators, who have all the momentum right now, I believe, with that 3-point kick right before halftime. I believe they're coming up out of halftime running on all cylinders, right, Dean?
I believe so, yeah, because it's those halftime adjustments that really pay off, and we'll see with the Gators getting the ball to start the third quarter. We're going to see what kind of adjustments they made and what adjustments the defense makes for West Lauderdale.
6 minutes left until halftime is over. Once again, being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. 13-10 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101. Welcome back to Leake Central as the Gators and Knights still in halftime. 13-10 is the score as the Knights have a 3-point advantage in this ball game. The Gators will receive the ball coming back out of halftime. Once again, your halftime show being brought to you by Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat. As we look at the Elite Flooring scoreboard, though, the other game going on in Region 4 4A action is Newton County against Northeast Lauderdale. Newton County have a 20 currently, or excuse me, back in the second quarter. I'm not sure if this has made it to halftime yet, but 21-0, Newton County Cougars leads the Northeast Lauderdale Trojans. I believe Choctaw Central has a bye this week. Of course, you could have elected to have a bye since you're only having 4 games throughout the region play. West Lauderdale will not have a bye. They will actually take on Taylorsville next week and out of region play before getting back into region play. So once again,
Taylorsville,
yes. Yeah. But once again, the other game going on in Region 4 4A, Newton County leads the Northeast Lauderdale Trojans by a score of 21-0. Let's see if I can find another score, note maybe. Kosciuszko, who's not in our district anymore, Kosciuszko is down against the Caledonia Cavaliers, 28-13. Caledonia Cavaliers, 28-13. Knoxville County, 33 to Itawamba Agricultural, 33-0. Quitman against Morton tonight. Quitman 21, Morton Panthers 7. It's kind of surprising. Morton's doing a fantastic job this season. Not saying Quitman's not. I've just not been following Quitman as much, but Morton down against Quitman currently 21-7. That was a first quarter score, so I'm not sure if that's changed at all. Meridian against Harrison Central tonight. Meridian 9, Harrison Central 13. Once again, Harrison Central over Meridian at the point, 13-9. Let's see if we can find it. Kemper County having their way against the McLaurin Tigers, 38-0. No score that we don't have currently against Southeastern Enterprise. I'm pretty sure that we just haven't had one reported. And that's all we have currently. Hang on, maybe we do have one more. Philadelphia, who we faced last week, 48-6 over J.Z. George. Ooh, how about that?
Wow.
Yeah, they came out swinging, didn't they?
Well, they were upset from last week.
I guess so. Here's yet another one. Union and Eupora. Union has a 41-14 lead over the Eupora Eagles. And there you go with some scores for tonight. We'll get you some more from the Elite Flooring scoreboard coming up in a matter of, we'll take a break from that and give you our game. But post-game tonight, we'll give you some scoring from post-game show. But as the two teams start to make their way out on the football field as they warm up, what do you think the Knights have to do here to keep the momentum, number one, or maybe regain the momentum, I guess I should say?
Well, I really don't think they ought to change much on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, some of their big pickups they had was on that quarterback keeper. I know he had 2 big plays, once off the right side, once off the left side, where he was able to just shoot off up the middle there. And I mean, it's tough. I know it's tough. I played defense where he's doing a little play action there. He looks like he's giving it to his running back. His running back's going to run to this side. Your safeties and your linebackers start creeping that way. The quarterback, he reads that backfield and says, nope, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to take it this way. And which has allowed him to be the rushing leader for the Gators tonight. Offensive side, though, I don't really know. Maybe a little bit more jet sweep. A little bit more pounding it up the middle. I always like to see the ball in the air just a little bit more. And I believe that could be something we got away from in the first quarter. We alluded to that where our receivers had pretty good area around them to catch the ball because we were running up the middle. Now, it softened up the secondary of the Gators. And then we kind of got away from that. And that's when we basically stopped scoring. Mm-hmm. So. And it could have been the Gators made their adjustments on their own. We'll see what the second half brings us.
All right, once again, your Alpha Insurance agent, Will Sweat. Halftime show coming to a close as both squads are about to take the field. Once again, the score is 13-10, but 13-10, excuse me. But the Knights have got to be, or at least if you're a fan, got to be on the back part of your heels because of how that first half took place.
It feels like the Philly game last week. You know, I mean, you know they have the potential to jump it out there. You better do something. So, you know, last week we made the adjustments. I am confident in the coach what he's going to do in the second half.
Gotcha. Once again, 13-10 is your score. The opening tonight, the Gators did win the coin toss, deferred for the second half, so they'll trot out their kickoff return team in just a few short seconds as Cooper Luke will put toe to leather as both teams, well, actually the Knights have made their way to the sidelines, awaiting the Gators to make their way on the sidelines. But just going over the season of the Gators, once again, coming into tonight 2-3, they beat up on their cross-county team, the Leake County Gators, 41-0. Took it on the chin against Kosciuszko, but I watched highlights from that game from the Kosciuszko Whippets and Leake Central Gators, and they produced quite a bit of production as far as statistics goes, but just had put the ball on the ground, threw interceptions, and really did have some mistakes in that ball game, but lost 55-14. But won once again in the stat book. So that's the reason you never look in the stat book. Lost against Morton, who is having a fantastic year this year. Defeated Scott Central 49-36, and then last week against Velma Jackson, who might be playing for the state championship, not sure. But that's how they got to 2-3 on the season.
Yeah,
here we go.
Yeah, Velma Jackson, the school of olds, they were always giving somebody grief for sure. So we hope you enjoyed your halftime hot dog.
There you go.
I
didn't get mine.
And no, I was calling. No, never mind.
Oh, okay, I got you. I understand now.
But Cooper's done teed it up out there. Looking at the
We got to stand back up.
Yeah, we got to stand back up here. Your old legs are going to get you up there? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And away we go.
Back deep for the Gators is number 9, Tylen Fortune. It may be Tillin, but I'm pretty sure it's Tylen. I could be wrong, too. Deep kick.
Nice kick.
Have a chance to field it around the 5-yard line. Go to that far side toward his sideline. And he cuts back to this near side, and he'll be brought down. Late flag comes in. That's a flag on the play brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Chris didn't have to wait long before he got his name called.
No, he didn't. And I'm wondering what Chris threw the flag on because it looked like a clean tackle.
Usually a flag on the return means on the return team, but that's not to say that's the case this time. And the way the head ref is
standing.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to be going against the Knights, but we'll see here. Nope, going against the Gators, and it's probably going to be half the distance to the goal.
Whoa, son. Well, he can count to a lot, can't he?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is, Lee. Where are they?
Waiting for that. I believe he's going to be around the 10. He was tackled around the 20. So yeah, he's going to be at the 11-yard line, Dean. 2 receivers to this near side, 2 to the far side. Did not get the call. I'm guessing holding. One of the receivers going to the far side. A little pitch into his hands. Goes to that far side. Not much there. We'll get about a yard, maybe 2 on the play. No, actually, he'll lose yards. Once again, this is an area where we are having a lot of trouble to see on the very far side of the football field. So it's going to be a loss of 2. Second down, 12 to go. Line up 3 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side for the Gators. Once again, Knights lead 13-10. Gators face second down, 12 to go on their side of the football field. Hand off to Shy Williams. Shy chewing up some yards.
Trying to get that. I might have picked up maybe 5, maybe.
Yep. It's going to bring up about third down, 6 to go. Third down, 6 to go. Long 6 for that much.
Long 6. It's dangerous to throw the ball down here, Lee, because you're so close to your own end zone. But it's even harder to kick from down there because every Knight would come after it, not worrying where the ball landed on the punt.
Knights have had 1 interception tonight. Tim McDonald and Cooper Luke almost had him 1 as well, but couldn't quite reel it in. Going in motion is Shy Williams. Empty backfield, looking to pass is the quarterback, but the quarterback does have wheels. He makes the connection. That is a first down for the Gators.
He got whopped. 2 Knights there, 1 high and 1 low. That is going to be enough to bring up a first down. Probably bring it up to about the 35, I think.
Charlie Davis with the reception. He had 1 reception earlier tonight. Now he's got 2. So 2 receivers to this near side, 2 to the far side. That is a first down. You hate to see that. You had them down 3rd down and 6, 3rd down 7, close to their end zone, and give up a big first down play there around the 32-yard line, 33-yard line. High snap, and the quarterback will take it and will be tackled in the backfield. Quarterback sack. I believe Jet Williams. It's good, Jet Williams. Jet Calvert on the tackle in the tackle for loss there. Second down, 16 to go.
Once again, Gators going to line up 2 receivers on the far side, 2 on this side. Everybody spread out all over the field.
Edmonds has running back to his left. That's Shy Williams. Back pedals, looking to pass, looks right, then looks back left, throws deep left. Got a man, number 6, wide open at the 35 to the 30, inside the 30 to 25, inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. That is number 6, DeMar Gardner, who is having a game of his life tonight.
Yep, quarterback was looking him off here. He was looking at his shorter receivers, letting DeMar get on down the field and wide open right there on the seam.
21-yard line is where they'll put him down, just on the outside of it.
And Lee, we discussed this, how quickly the Gators can move that ball when they can. They're almost to the door and going to start knocking here.
So the Gators have scored 10 unanswered points and are knocking on the door now. Just outside of the red zone, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right as they move left to right. Quarterback keeper going to that far side. Quarterback gets hit, and I don't believe he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss in the play.
Number 12 and number 11, I think, in on the stop there. The running back was out there trying to give him a block, but that didn't help hardly any at all. Gators waiting on the play to come in from the sideline.
Second down and 11. Gators have faced some long downs here in the opening moments of this second half and have converted. Going in motion is number 16 to the far side. Looking to pass. Looking right down the middle. Does he find it? Yes. DeMar's in the end zone for a touchdown. DeMar Gardner, 22-yard touchdown pass. Go along with his 25-yard touchdown reception earlier tonight. That's the second touchdown of the game, and the Gators have taken the lead for the first time tonight.
And that is going to be the same play that they opened up earlier with on that second or third play to start the second half. He was able to just get open right there in the middle.
DeMar Gardner with a 22-yard reception from number 2, Todd Edmond. And they just made that drive look easy.
Real easy with 2 very good pass plays.
8:16 remains here in third quarter, and we have a late add-on from the Gators, and I'm not too sure they know about it. There we go, we got him set. Hold is down, kick is up, and flirts with that right upright, but it's good. 17-13, Gators take the lead here in the third quarter. We'll be back on Q101. I do apologize. We're going to stay here in action once again. The Gators lead 13-7 following that 22-yard touchdown pass from number 2, Todd Edmond, to number 6, DeMar Gardner.
Okay, so the Gators came from behind, way behind, 13-0. Scored 17 unanswered.
Knights offense has just, first of all, have not had the football in football time probably in about 10-15 minutes.
True, but
the last drive and then the current drive here that's almost went 4 minutes.
Adversity builds character. You need that character when you get into the playoff games. Here is where the Knights need to learn to see what they're going to do when we get post-season.
Quick back up to the line of scrimmage. Kickoff team. Back deep for the Knights. Cooper, Caleb, and Travion. Down the middle goes the kick. Cooper, Luke, no, Travion going to pick it up at the 20. Up to 25, 30, 35. Tackle around the 36-yard line.
I believe that's the first time tonight Travion has touched the ball, Lee, if I am not mistaken.
So I'm not so sure that you would call this a must-score drive.
I'd rather they would, but yeah.
But, you've got all the momentum in those black jerseys across the field that has scored 17 unanswered.
Yeah, because when they came off the field on that last scoring drive, they're all high-fiving and jumping up and down, and they definitely have the momentum right now.
Going in motion. We've got 2 guys going in motion. I'm not sure that they're going to call it against the Gators, but I did not see. I'm not too sure the Gators didn't know that they moved.
Calling it against
one official on the far side called it against the Gators.
Well, it will be against the Gators.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the entire Gators team thought it was going to go against the Knights, but.
And I believe it's because two of our guys were going in motion, and before they were set, they blew the whistle, so they thought it was going to be an illegal shift or whatever. But, I mean, their defense is as hyped up as their offense.
So it'll be first down 5 from the 41-yard line of their own. And the Knights scored on their first play from scrimmage at the opening moments of the ball game, and then on their second drive scored on a 5-yard touchdown run from Hunter Moore.
A little confusion here with the change on the sidelines.
On the sideline, the chain gang having to be corrected.
All right, is the chain straight now? Do we count all the links? Are they all there?
Well, the original line of scrimmage was on the 36-yard line. He had it correct. He just did not move the first down marker all the way. That's what he's dealing with now. There we go. First down would be at the 46-yard line of the Knights.
Meanwhile, I see a lot of real estate on that far side with just one receiver, Lee.
Once again, first down, 5 to go, following the penalty from the Gators. Once again, flag on the play brought to you by Chris McDonald, insurance agent, State Farm insurance agent. Handoff, Caleb Collins. Caleb high steps a defender and gets, I believe, enough for a first down for the Knights. He's going to be close to the sticks. I'm not 100% sure he's going to get there. They're going to call for a first down. So
Gator that came up and made the stop was actually trying to tackle the ball.
No, they're not. They're going to say second down and close, second down inches here. Ball is spotted just on the outside of, the inside of the 46, while the first down to make would be right at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Lee, I figured they were just going to run a normal play here. Well, no, they won't.
KP going under center. Going to hand off to Hunter Moore. Hunter Moore just a bull goes right up the middle, gets into Gator territory.
I'm not sure what they were thinking there. Maybe they didn't think Hunter was going to get the ball but be a blocker, so they just opened the gate and let the young man through.
So Knights into Gator territory for the first time, I believe, since the first quarter.
So, Lee, you see how the secondary for the Gators is playing about 8, maybe 10 yards off the line. That receiver on the far side can get around. Here's a handoff right up the middle here.
It's Caleb Collins. Collins gets near the 45-yard line of the Gators, so a gain of 3 yards. Second down, 7 to go.
I really think we need to toss it here, Lee, on that far side. I can't tell. I believe that is Mr. Radcliffe over there by himself.
Yep.
If he can get the speed on that defender, he will be open in the middle.
And Gathers on this near side as the lone receiver. High snap. Quarterback Caden Peoples. That's an opening running. We're still on his feet. Ball comes free, but is out of bounds. And it was out of bounds, but the KP faked me out. It was initially a handoff going to Caleb Collins, but KP pulled it back and had wide real estate to this near side and got all the way down. I'm trying to get the official word. Inside the 10? No, excuse me, inside the 20?
Speaking of the official, he went down there with a tumble. Not necessarily in on the tackle, but he was. But he hopped back up to his feet. That's good.
First down and 10 from around the 20. I'm sorry, this is going to be the area of the football field where it's just going to be hard for us to give you an official number as far as where the ball is placed. Travion Mosley going in motion. Caleb Collins to the 15. Inside the 50. Still on his feet to the 10. 5 touchdown West Lauderdale.
Got hung up a little bit there, getting through the initial line, Lee, and jumped to his left. Open real estate all the way to the end zone. Very pretty.
We're going to call that a 20-yard touchdown. That's not official, but close enough. 20-yard touchdown run from Caleb Collins gives the Knights back the lead. Initially 2-point lead, waiting an extra point attempt. Hunter Moore, your long snapper. Waiting that snap. There it is. Hold is down. Kick is up. No good. Going to be blocked. Blocked again for the second time. And don't forget, we do have a backup holder. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it. I'm not saying that at all.
I'm not saying that either. It just looks like Cooper is ready. and it looks like there's a little delay there, which is letting defense get through.
Speaking of delay, we're going to take a step aside. 6:21 remains in the third quarter, 19-17 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101. Following a 20-yard touchdown run from Caleb Collins, the Knights retake the lead, 19-17. 6:21 remains here in the third quarter. The Knights first points on the board since the first quarter, since their first two drives of the game. But really, if you want to look at something else, Dean, that we haven't looked at, that's going to be a touchback. But the time of possession, when you keep your defense out on that football field for as long as they've been, they've got to be gassed a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, they definitely do. These cooler temperatures will help them, but it still doesn't go.
Right. You're still taking hit after hit after hit and trying to run across the whole football field and try to make a tackle. And
exactly.
When you've got drive after drive, and you did have a halftime, but still the wear and tear on your body.
Yeah.
And then you come back out. It was a 4-minute drive.
Yeah.
It was a 4-minute drive to open up the third quarter. And while the offense did score a touchdown, you only took 2 minutes off. Yeah. And so your defense is right back out on the football field. Let's see if the Knights can get a stop here, though. First down and 10 from your 20. Hand off to number 1, goes to that far side, and he's not, I believe, no, that's number 7. That's number 7, Xavier Jackson, I believe. No, did I get that right? Number 7, Xavier Jackson. That's somebody that really, as we look over the stat sheet, we haven't seen much. Pretty sure it fooled the defense as well. Good big game there. 7 yards, second down, 3 to go.
I was going to tell you on that prior kickoff, Cooper Luke angled it to the left-hand side where there was nobody from the Gators. Timeout on the field, by the way.
That's going to be a Heat timeout. Heat timeout with 5:58 remaining here in the third quarter. We're going to stay here in action, though, as we just took a commercial break. And once again, I'd like to take this time just to thank some sponsors. Of course, our pregame show, Battery One Source and Home Instead Senior Care, SGA Pep Talk. I talk about Piggly Wiggly all the time. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. If you get by there in the morning times, breakfast galore there. Also, when you hear about a flag tonight, it's going to be brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat just got finished sponsoring the halftime show. Of course, postgame a little bit later, Regents Bank, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, Family Flea Market. Also, Elite Flooring sponsored our scoreboard. Football toss. When we get back home, we'll be throwing some. The cheerleaders will be throwing some footballs to you. Brought to you by Douglas Orthodontics. And here we go back in play. Second down, 3 to go. Shy Williams with the handoff. He's going to be close to a first down. Might have gotten it, Dean. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait. Yep. I believe he did. But right off the sponsors, Collinsville Mystery Discount Drugs, Donnie Scribner over there, and then the Citizens Bank as well. Thank you very much for your 2023 football team sponsors here on Q101. First down and 10 for the Gators, moving left to right. Ball is right at the 30. 30 of the Gators. 2 receivers to this near side, 2 to the far side, looking to pass. Pump fakes, and quarterback is being flushed. Now he'll go down. Jake Rogers, big quarterback sack after he got stood up by, I believe that's Kate Germany, number 25.
Yeah, never gave up. He was still scanning the field here. He was looking at these receivers on our side. They were covered up.
That was about a 10-yard sack, Dean.
Yeah. He kept backpedaling, trying to let his receivers get open, but the Knights were just stuck to him. Like a Tootsie Roll in your tooth, they just weren't going to let go, and he went down for that sack.
Nice analogy. Love it. two receivers left, 2 right. Now empty backfield. Shy Williams bolts out to the right-hand side. Still being forced. Carson Smith, big, huge quarterback sack.
Does not give up.
That's right.
Does not give up.
Comes up big with a quarterback sack for the Knights. Third down and long. This is where, as a defense, you really got to take control of this football game and put up a roadblock here. Third down, about 23 to go.
credit the defensive backs also for being that sticky to the receiver so he could not get rid of that ball.
4:15 remains here in the third quarter. Knights 19, Gators 17. Quarterback Edmond rolling out to the right. And goes down the middle. Interception! Interception, Cooper Luke. Down to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, 10-5. Touchdown, West Lauderdale.
Folks, let me see. Cooper got in there. He saw that ball. Cooper got in there. You would think he was playing receiver the way he took that ball and disappeared. There wasn't a Gator on that field. He was going to catch that young man.
That's right. Cooper almost had him one earlier tonight in the second quarter. He couldn't quite pull it in. This time, he made no mistake. He was going to take it to the end zone.
Exactly.
And Knights take a 25-17 lead, and the play clock is stopped, but I almost thought that they might have to take a timeout to get the kicking team on the field. But they may go for two on this game.
They might, because the extra point hadn't been that great.
They send the offense back out on the football field. Make this a 10-point ball game. KP will be in a shotgun. Caleb to his left. KP may take it himself. KP goes to this near side, and he gets into that end zone. 2-point conversion is good. 27-17 with just under 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. We'll be back on Q101. We talked earlier about how the Gators had a 17-point unanswered touchdown, or 17 points, and now the Knights have almost returned the favor, 14 unanswered points. The Knights have a 10-point lead now, 27-17. They had a 13-0 lead in the first quarter, but the Gators have made their way coming back, but here's the kickoff return. Not much there on the return after a short kick from Cooper, but once again the Knights had a 13-10 lead at halftime. Gators immediately come down the field, roaring back, scored. Knights return the favor. An interception from Cooper Luke. 2-point conversion had the Knights 27-17 currently with 3:48 remaining here in the third quarter.
First possession of the second half, I think the Gators, it only took them 5, maybe 6 plays to score. That's what makes them dangerous.
Mm-hmm. But the defense just a few moments ago was giving the Gators fits. 2 quarterback sacks in a row. Probably had the quarterback Edmonds just a little gun shy, I guess you'd say.
He wanted to hurry up and get rid of it. He got tired of eating grass out there, and it played right into Cooper Luke's favor.
So the Gators, once again, moving left to right, has the ball around the 30-yard line. There's a snap. Shy Williams will get the handoff. Not much there. Maybe just gets past the line of scrimmage before being pushed back. Shy Williams, I've enjoyed seeing him tonight. Definitely not as a fan, but
right.
But he looks like a talented individual.
Yep, defense is fired up now. We talked earlier about how the Gators on both sides of the ball were fired up. Now the Knights defense is fired up.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Shy Williams to the left of the quarterback, Todd Edmond. Knights showing blitz, going to the far side with it. Makes the connection to that far side, but tackled after a 2-yard, maybe 3-yard pickup. Going to bring up third down manageable. Third down, about 5 to go.
Yeah, the receiver there, after he caught the ball, he's trying to shuffle step out there in space, but it's just not working for him. That's the third time he's done that, trying to throw off the defender.
Gators have been good on third down tonight.
Yeah, they've converted a few of them.
3 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side. Shy Williams to the left of the quarterback. An early movement against the Gators will push them back behind the original line of scrimmage.
So what that was, folks, they were trying to get the Knights to jump,
More than likely, though, that ball was probably designed to go to that young man.
Yeah.
To try to get an early step.
That too, yeah.
Usually that's the case. If you have a receiver jump, more than likely it's meaning to go, hey, that's probably my ball.
So we're going to see here. Same setup as last time. Might as well.
3rd down, 11 to go for the Gators. Same formation like Dean just said. Looking to go right, goes back to the left. Screen pass attempt incomplete. And quarterback finds his way on the ground again.
Yep. And he's motioning to the ref like, hey, do I get a flag? But that's football, young man.
Free game, Luke. Preston Smith, another quarterback hurry. So the Gators will put their punt team back on the field, and the Knights can have a chance here to extend their lead.
That's right. We're going to do it some more here with 2:14 left in the 3rd quarter. Knights up, by the way, 27-17. After scoring 2 times rather quickly there in the 3rd.
Dean's favorite players out on the football field. Punt return, Travion Mosley, 45-yard line of his own. High snap. Punter brings it down. End over end. Don't believe they're going to have a chance to return it. Horrible punt. The Knights will have control of the football inside the Gator 40-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, there was just, I don't know if it was off the side of his foot or what. You had a Knight run in there that he run in, then he stopped.
I was thinking maybe there was a penalty, but no penalty. Right. But, you had him right there right before the punter punted the football.
Yeah. So that probably rushed him and it came off the side of his foot there. We're lucky because it was so short it didn't hit him right.
So here we go. The Knights had a 14 unanswered points lead, 27-17. Got a chance to put up more here inside the opposing 40-yard line. Hand off Caleb Collins. Caleb Collins got hit hard at the line of scrimmage by number 12 for the defense, Jabril LaFleur.
Yeah, Mr. LaFleur, we called his name several times tonight. He's a good ball player. Sitting there as defensive back. Senior, I believe. No, he's a junior. Playing like a senior.
2nd down, 9 to go. Same formation, receiver on each side of the field for KP. KP backpedals, looking to pass, got deep, goes deep, and does he make the connection? Yes! Chase Gaddings goes over the defender's head, number 10, and pulls it down for about a 40-yard, or about a 20-yard gain, excuse me. Chase Gaddings, how about that?
I really thought we were looking at an interception, and like we said, he came over the top of it and took it away. So there's your passing action I wanted earlier.
It is 1st down and 10. KP will turn it around. No, yeah, put it in belly of Caleb Collins. Does he get in there? No, not quite. But they can get a 1st down before touchdown. Probably about a half yard before the goal line, Dean.
Yeah, really close there.
So 2nd down, about 5 to go. And I do say about because we're on the opposite side of the football field in the stands. But I'm going to try to give you the best that I can possibly give you. I believe it's 2nd down, 5 to go. Knights can get a 1st down before touchdown. Pistol formation. Caleb Collins. No. KP will take it himself. KP trying to find a lane, and he does not find one. I'm not sure he got anything out of that. Maybe a yard at that much. Going to bring up 3rd down.
I think the Gators that time, they remembered that motion, putting Hunter and that other fellow, moving them over there, and then KP going the other way. They remembered it, and they stayed home that time.
We're going to say 3rd down and 4.
Waiting on the play to come in from the sidelines here.
Pistol formation for the Knights. Caleb Collins with the handoff. Collins doesn't quite get there. Starting to see a late flag. There was an extra shove at the last moment there. Not sure what caused the shove, but if this goes against Leake Central, this will give the Knights a 1st down.
It will give them a 1st down, I believe, and half the distance to the goal. Everybody saw the shoving.
But you know things call shoving a lot of times. Wouldn't imagine what goes on down there, right?
Right.
Especially at bottoms of piles. I've heard stories.
Yeah, I was part of those stories back in the day.
What's the end?
Well, either side.
Still have yet to get the official call. And speaking of that, flag on the play brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. And we have unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense. And we got to bring up first. No, we got unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense as well. So they'll negate each other, and that's the reason you always got to keep your mouth shut and you can't retaliate. So they bring up 4th down, and I'm going to say 2. 4th down and 2. Now we've had trouble putting it through the uprights tonight.
We have.
So
yeah, I don't think we need to do any more kicking tonight. Now, if you're the defense, you're thinking, okay, Caleb or KP? Caleb or KP? Which one? Put
in a heavy package and go out there and get 2 yards.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Hunter Moore could get you 2-3 yards, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could always put Hunter in the jet, but
no,
I don't really think that'd be a jet.
I'm saying just line up on I and go at it.
I don't think we'd call it a jet with Hunter doing it. Have come up with a different play. We're waiting on ref's going to blow his whistle here in a minute.
Well, the Knights initially going to break. They're going to set up with 1 receiver to the far, 1 receiver to the left. And initially it looks like, nope, they're going to say, let's do this. Let's do this in the 4th quarter. So we're going to step aside as well. Hold up those 4 fingers, 27-17. The Knights are 4th down and 2 to go. And try to get up some extra points as well following this. 12 more minutes remain. We'll take a break here on Q101. Only had 12 minutes remaining. The Knights had a 13-10 lead at halftime. Lost the lead initially, just a few moments into the second half, but regained the lead. Here we go in I formation, and looking to pass is KP. KP within the end zone. How about this? Jack Davidson, number 11, who's a linebacker for the Knights, enters the football game and gets a touchdown for the Knights to extend the lead.
And he took the ball. He received it and caught it like he'd been out there all season long catching balls.
Actually, his mom and dad are to our right, Dean. It's about 2 rows ahead of us. I'm sure they're really proud of him. They didn't need a touchdown to be proud of him. But
well, no. Yeah, but what tickled me earlier when we were, well, hang on, let's go for this extra point here.
All right, extra point attempt. This has not been an area of positive tonight. There's a snap, hold is down, kick is up. This one looks good. They get 34-17 with 11:55 remaining, and Hunter Moore comes out looking like a...
And that's what tickled me earlier, because before we went to the commercial break...
We're going to stay here in action, by the way.
And we ran out of time in the third there. Everybody's looking for the play coming in on the side. Hunter's down in the stance, and he turns, he stands up, puts his arms in the air with his 4 fingers, and starts doing this dance, knowing it's 4th quarter. And I'm like, what kind of play is that? And that's when I heard the buzzer. I'm like, Hunter, come on, dude.
Well, the Knights lost their lead, 17-13. Very quickly, the Knights have said, all right, that's enough. 34-17, just a few minutes later, that's what the score is now. The Knights once again lead 34-17. About to put total level is Cooper Luke. And how about Jack Davidson? You probably wouldn't even think twice. No. He'd probably come in as a blocker, right? As big of a body he is.
Right.
And then he squirts out into the end zone.
And I saw the number. I saw the 1, and I'm thinking, well, it's not Cooper Luke. No, there's 2 1s on that shirt. But Gators are still dangerous. We can't ease up now, Lee. We've got to keep going, keep our foot on the gas.
Jack is 6'5", 220. Think about if Jack was on the offensive side of the football and Chase Gathing, 6'6", 6'5". That would be a receiving duo. It's going to come down to the 24-yard line, decides to take it. Goes to that far side, trying to get to that sideline. Still on his feet to the 45-yard line. Still on his feet as he crosses midfield. And he comes down to the 20. Cooper Luke having to make the tackle himself all the way down to the 20-yard line. And
I just said it.
Right back into the thick of things.
I just said how dangerous they were, but he found a seam right there. And a little chink in the armor there of the Knights.
I was hoping that we'd have the football on this side of the football field so we could see.
I know, but now it's going to be back down there again, so it's a guessing game on how far to go and what yard they're on.
11:41 remains in the football game. Once again, the Knights have a 34-17 lead, but Leake Central just will not go away.
Cooper Luke ran him down from way back over there, too.
So the Knights defense has really stood strong over the last few series from the Gators. And they'll hand off to Shai Williams, and the Knights defense once again. And who makes the tackle? Who makes the tackle is number 11, Jack Davidson. But flag comes in. Flag on the play brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Chris McDonald.
I'm worried.
The official says.
I'm worried that's going to be a face mask. Yeah, 3 Knights pulling him down there, and one of them might have got a little too handsy. But we shall see.
Still yet to get an official word. It is personal foul. It is face mask against the defense. So mark that stop in the backfield off the record. Be half the distance to the goal, team.
Yep, 2 plays, and they're all the way down there where me and Lee can't see them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So the defense will say, okay, I'll give you that much, but I'm not going to give you any more.
So it'll be first down and 1. First down and 1. Do half the distance to the goal penalty. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. And handoff goes actually on the ground. He wanted to pull it back out to run it himself, and he lost control of the football.
Yeah, they in the first quarter, one of the first series, I believe, they got sticky-fingered when they were back over here on this side of the field. Same thing happened here again. And, you know, if you think of it, it'd be hard if I was, what's our signal? If I'm giving it to you, no, I'm going to take it back. There's got to be some kind of tension there. If not, you're just going to fumble it every time.
That was about a 6-yard loss. Second down, 7 to go for the Gators. Looking to pass, looks right. Looks to be holding, but no call. Quarterback flush from the pocket. He makes that corner and goes out of bounds. Give you an official amount of yardage on that. Didn't get much.
No, didn't get much.
Third down. Definitely, crowd wanted a holding penalty.
Yeah, and it was there. I mean, you know, the ref can't see everywhere.
Sorry. I had to do it, Dean. Sorry. Third down, 7 to go. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Shotgun formation. Williams to the left. He'll call one of his receivers a little closer to the action. Goes early, I thought, but no call. Quarterback looking to pass. Got a receiver and another pick on. Oh, Kendrick Brown almost had him an interception.
You actually had 2 Knights that time going up for the same ball.
So fourth down, the kickoff return team for the Leake Central Gators received the ball around the 25-yard line. They took the ball all the way down to the opposing 20.
Yeah, I mean, they set them up really nice, and then a face mask penalty after that moved the ball even further. Set them up nice, but the Knight defense has said, no, we're not having any of that.
So here, fourth down 7, fourth down 8. I'm not 100% closer, probably to 7 yards away from the first down.
Watch for a hard count.
Ball is, I believe, on the 18-yard line.
Got to call timeout here.
Timeout. 10:38 remaining in the football game. Knights lead 34-17, but the Gators are threatening. We'll be back on Q101. We got 10 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the football game. The Knights had a 13-10 lead at half. Now find themselves with a 34-17 lead currently in the fourth quarter. But the Gators threatening here, 4th down and 7. 4th down, 7. Ball's on the 18-yard line of the Knights. 3 receivers right, 2 left, empty backfield for the Gators. Gators, and does that make a connection? Yes, and it's not. Is it? Yes, it's touchdown. Touchdown, Gators.
Quarterback was just a shot to his receiver right there across the goal line. Really good-looking pass from that Gator. And threw it into coverage, too. They wasn't wide open.
Gators 23, Knights 34, and you can count that to the kickoff return from the gentleman.
Yeah, that definitely set him up there. And remember also that touchdown was on a 4th down.
Right. So here we go with an extra point attempt. Number 58. Been hit and miss tonight. High snap. Hold us down. Blocked. It's blocked. And the Knights cannot return this as an extra point.
But if he wanted to, that would have been
could have, right.
Yeah.
So they'll hold an 11-point advantage, which is huge.
Yeah.
So that makes it you have to score 2 touchdowns.
Right.
So let's take a step aside. 34-23 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101. Welcome back to Leake Central. 10.5 minutes remaining here in the football game tonight. First game in the Region 4-4A action for both squads. Next week, the Knights will be on the road once again to Taylorsville. Going to break up the 4-4A action before getting back in.
And I really thought they'd do their onside there, but they didn't. So Gators going to go ahead and kick away. It's going to be a straight line shot here. Has been all night. And, well, that's got a little layer
back to Travion Mosley. Mosley has a little bit of trouble with it, but reels it back in. He's to the 30. He's to the 35, to the 40. He breaks it free a little bit and gets up to the near midfield by the 46, 47-yard line. Travion Mosley, good return for the Knights. Knights definitely need to end. There's a lot of time left on the clock, and we've just seen how quick the offense for the Leake Central Gators can score. So definitely you don't want to give the ball right back because they're definitely momentum on that sideline with the black jerseys.
Definitely on the one of the Gators there, number 8, had to go tighten down his shoelaces there because Travion pretty much juked him out of his shoes on that return.
So once again, the Knights had scored 21 unanswered.
Height advantage on the far side.
Travion going in motion. Caleb Collins getting the handoff. Caleb into Gator territory once again. And all the way to the 46-yard line. It's about 3 yards shy of a first down. This is where you really want to just take control of the drive and just knock off 5 minutes and put it in the end zone, right?
You do. And folks, if you want to see a definition of a jump cut, go to live stream and watch this young man when he gets up to the line. I don't think he ever runs really straight. He'll get up there and jump left to right, then he takes off. Been coached very well.
Mosley wide right, Gathings wide left, who's made some outstanding catches tonight. Second down, 3 to go. Caleb Collins with the handoff. Collins inside the 40. Collins to the 30, to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, West Lauderdale. Caleb Collins, 46-yard touchdown run.
And folks, I just said, all he's got to do is do that first initial jump cut at the line. He saw that hole, great blocking by the offensive line, and that was it. Game over. And I always worry, Lee. I always look back.
Flag, yeah.
Or flat.
Sorry, Chris McDonald, we don't get to say your name right now.
Well, you did, actually.
Extra point attempt. Waited a snap from Hunter Moore. There's a snap. High snap, and there's a flag, though. I believe we saw an early black jersey get into the neutral zone, so we'll have maybe getting the offense back out on the football field here. Half the distance to the goal due to the offsides.
That is what we are doing.
This will make it a 19-point ball game if we do convert on this 2-point conversion. Currently it's 40-23 following that 46-yard touchdown run from Caleb Collins.
So, Lee, when they were calling the offense back for this 2-point conversion, KP was down here to our left, 30, 40 yards, and the young man takes off in the sprint. And that's when you realize how fast he can go because he's that close. He's closer to us than out there on the field.
At 13 seconds, and they've not yet made it to the line of scrimmage. Knights might have to take a timeout on this. 7 seconds remain. I formation for KP. And Hunter Moore gets in there. Flag, though, on this near side. Once again, flag. Illegal shift for the Knights is what they're going to say. And then, once again, flag being on the field. Brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Chris McDonald.
And it very well could have been that they run out there so quickly. And now that they're going to get backed up, then they'll switch, I would assume, and go for 1 point.
We'll see here.
But you never know. 9:31 left in the game. Once again, your Knights up 40-23.
You know, you got to remember that they were rushed to the line because the clock started while they were in the huddle on the sideline. So yeah, they were in a rush to get back to that line of scrimmage. Offense is still huddled up. So with the defensive penalty, the clock has stopped, and the head ref is still saying hurry up to the line. The play clock has not started. I'm not so sure what he is alluding to, but
well, they talked earlier where they're going to eat after the game, so he's already called in his order. I mean, you know, chicken does get cold sometimes.
Knights will still elect to go for 2. It's going to be 6 yards out. KP looking to pass. Got a receiver. Chase Gathings in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Another flag. All right, I guess we spoke too soon about Chris McDonald not getting his name out there,
I guess so, Chris. Good grief.
State Farm Insurance Agents Chris McDonald flag on the play.
Is it going to be against?
Looks the Knights are going backwards, so.
Ineligible man downfield. Isn't that what that means? Like this?
I don't, that's. Going to back him up another 5 yards, which would put the ball on the 11.
And then I said, okay, all right.
We're going to go for it again.
We'll go for it again.
9 minutes, 31 seconds. Once again, this is all for 2 points here. Yeah, 2 receivers right.
This will be a little harder.
Yeah, none left. You have wide right is Chase Gathings, Radcliffe in the slot, Collins to the right of KP. Going in motion is Collins, looking to pass, and looked to be pushed, shoved from behind, but they're going to say incomplete pass. It looked to be shoved from the back before the ball got there, and they're going to say incomplete. All right, so 40-23 after all that is said and done. 9:31 remaining. We'll step aside for 30 seconds to be back on Q101. The Knights have a 40-23 lead following a 46-yard touchdown run from Caleb Collins. Extra point was no good. Ball comes down around the 8-yard line, brings that point to the near the 25-yard line. Earlier, the previous kickoff return, the Gators had about a 50-yard return to set them up on their previous touchdown. Once again, the Knights lead 40-23. This was a 13-10 game at half, and look what's happened.
Lee, there's nothing like, that's another advantage of being in the stands. If there's any type of penalty against, or any type of suspected offense against the Knights, the parents and the fans to our left and right are very quick to voice their opinions of it. Nothing like in the stands.
Gators set up shop at their own 25. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Going right up the middle, and Tim McDonald. Oh, that makes me cough. Levels Shy Williams.
That made me cough. Good grief, son.
After a 4-yard pickup, I'm not so sure that that individual would want to go up the middle again.
Not against Mr. McDonald, no. That hurt.
Same formation. Just under 9 minutes left. Second down, 6 to go. Fans are getting rowdy up in here in League Central. Going to pass, throwing deep. Got a receiver. Number 6 makes the connection. Not too sure anybody's going to get him. Kendrick Brown has a chance, but he's going to tackle him at the 1-yard line. That was huge for the Gators.
Definitely huge on one pass play all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's a 70-yard pass for the Gators there.
To the same receiver again. He's just able to get back behind our receiver, our defenders there. Going to the middle of the field. Each pass he's caught for the most part has been to the middle of the field.
And the Gators are 1 yard away from putting another 6 on the board. 2 receivers left, 2 right, tight to the offensive line. Shy Williams to the right of the quarterback keeper going up the middle. And does he get in there? He didn't have to get much to get in there, but they're all saying no, he did not. So second down and goal.
Yeah, he ran into the thickest part of the Knights there.
Well, Gators come into tonight's game with 1,040 yards in the air. You've definitely seen why.
They got more, yeah. They definitely added to that total tonight, and yeah, you can definitely see why.
Nearing 8 minutes left here in the football game. Once again, score 40-23 in favor of the Knights, but the Gators threatening here from 1 yard out. Second down, goal to go. Inside the 1. Mr. Edmond with the snap, handoff to Shy Williams. Does Shy get in there?
No,
he does not. Wow.
And they keep running it into the thick right there. So, you know that quarterback option they've been running off the tackle? That'll be the next play.
Third down and goal. Same formation. Edmond calls for the snap, hands it off to number 24, gets in there.
Okay, yeah.
Touchdown Gators, 29-40 currently. You got to believe that the Gators are going to, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't necessarily, you don't have to. You make it a 10-point ball game.
Right. Lots of time left on the clock. 7:25.
They're going to keep the offense on the field.
I don't know if they'll run that play for this.
About 2.5 yards out, so quarterback looking to pass on this extra point attempt. Looks to the end zone, and does he get it? Yes, he does. And there is a flag. This may be going to go against the Knights here.
Yeah, it's going to be roughing the passer there. He'd already released.
This may go on the kickoff. This may go on the kickoff. We'll have to wait and see here. Once again, the flag on the play. Being brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Current score is 40-31. Still way too much time on that clock to be celebrating. 40-31. The Knights definitely would have to answer to regain that momentum, because if you turn the ball right back over, we've seen how quick they can score. 70-yard pass just a few moments ago. It is a personal foul against the defense, and that will be on the kickoff. Now, once again, flag on the play information brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent.
Coach Brock Clay over here walking and talking.
Yep.
And talking and walking.
And pointing.
And pointing. He's not chopping cotton, though.
Yep.
He is having just a conversation here.
Believe me, I'll talk about that on Thursday whenever I go and have that interview with Coach Brock Clay.
So the ref turns and walks back the other way.
He's still with him. Right in his back pocket. We'll let him go for a bit.
Cut him loose, yeah. I'm giving you enough for right now. But
No. Just under 7.5. You know he goes back and watches these games.
Yeah. Good job, Coach. Gotta stay in there, Coach. Nobody ever says that to the coach. Good job, Coach. Way to stay in there with him.
So the Gators will be kicking off. You definitely think you think the kickoff for maybe an onside kick?
I thought the last one was going to be an onside kick. So, but again, though, the coach told the receive team, watch that ball now.
Well, the way he's got it set up, I mean, he's got it pointed toward the return team. So now he's got it pointed right.
Yeah, but that's the way it's looked before, though, and they're not doing that fast huddle.
There we go. Number 1, Johnson, attempting this kick, and not quite an onside kick, but definitely a kick on the ground. And
yeah.
Knights are going to have the football inside, around the 20-yard line.
And that's okay. You can take it up to 20, and then just grind the ball out, and grind that clock down with 7:24 left. Knights up by 9. Just grind it. That's all you got to do.
With 10 and a half minutes, that's whenever Caleb Collins took off for 46 yards, and we had that touchdown, and now another Gator touchdown, and just 3 minutes off the clock.
I believe this is the most points scored in a game this year. I believe it is.
I'll give you that information. For which team?
No, for total, I believe.
Oh, okay, I got you. There you go. The Knights quarterback keeper, Caden Peoples. Peoples down around the 35-yard line. It's going to be close to a night. Yes, it is going to be a first down.
KP almost got loose on that. Almost.
And the Knights scored 58-19 against McGee, 28-27 against Clarkdale, 27-23 against Neshoba. Germantown 31-9. Last week 40-26. Well, they 2 weeks in a row scored 40.
Yeah. I was just saying it's 71 points total. I said a lot of points.
Caleb Collins with the handoff. Not much there. Not much there. About 2, maybe even 3 yards, but being generous if I say 3. So second down, 8 to go. Clock is nearing 6.5 minutes. Once again, 40-31 in favor of the Knights. The Knights let go of their lead earlier in the third quarter, 17-13, but they roared right back and took the lead 19-17, and it's been back and forth since. 40-31 in favor of the Knights.
Might have to get a little error here on this drive, just to keep them honest, because they've really pulled up to that line now, the defensive backs.
Knights sending a guy in motion, but play is whistled dead. Was it false start? Or was it encroachment? They usually don't stop the play if it's encroachment, but it's going to go against the Knights. Definitely don't want to see that. Don't want to put yourself behind the sticks.
No. Not a bit.
This far on your side of the football field. It's going to bring up second down, 13 to go. Ball is spotted around the 32-yard line. Once again, the Knights face a second down, 13, moving left to right.
Timeout.
The Knights going to take a timeout, or is it going to be a heat timeout?
That's about the time for a heat timeout in the 5-minute mark.
We'll stay here in action, but Dean, we have just a little bit less than 6 minutes remaining. 40-31, definitely a drive that, they would still have to score twice, but we've seen how quick that they can score as far as League Central. So this is definitely I don't know if you would say much-needed score,
right,
but I would say much-needed drive to take off 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Just like I said, grind it out here. Just eat up some clock. And there's nothing wrong with that. You get the lead, you protect the lead. Protect the lead by holding that clock.
You said a few moments ago you think we may have to go in the air, but that's twofold, because if it does work, great. But if it doesn't, it stops the clock.
I know, and also you run the risk of a turnover. But you've got to open up, because the secondary's playing up close to that line now. They're waiting on Caleb to get that ball, or for KP to try to run left or right off that flank. Had him trying to jet sweep since the second quarter.
Line. Here we go. Nice to take a handoff to Travion Mosley. Mosley to the 40, or just near the 40. Going to be just shy of a first down, probably about 3 yards shy of a first down. Nice pickup, though, those needed yards. They're about, they're going to say he's about 4 yards. No. More than that. Out of bounds a little bit earlier than I thought. Third down and a long 6. Third down, long 6. And the clock is stopped due to him going out of bounds. 5:47 remaining here in the football game. And they even back it up even further than that. It may be closer to third down and 7 here. And while you may think pass here, you definitely would rather, I mean, if you keep it on the ground, you can continue that clock to go.
Right.
All right, KP will take it himself, comes to this near side. And KP will not get, no, he stays on his feet. He's going to be near the sticks. Definitely enough for a first down. Yes.
Outstanding running there because he got hit twice by Gators, was able to keep his feet.
You know, if he breaks that right there, he's gone.
Oh, I know.
If he can ever break that, and you said last week when you saw him break stride,
yeah,
nobody's getting him.
No, no. Cooper might, but it'd be kind of weird in the field house later. But
two receivers left. You got Radcliffe wide right, and then Mosley in the slot to the right. And once again, Knights moving left to right on your radio. Caleb Collins gets the football in his belly and crosses midfield into Gator territory near the sticks. Going to be about a foot short of a first down. Now they'll put the ball on the 45.
I'm trying to see this young man's number. That really looks like Antonio Radcliffe. Got on his block, stayed on his block. Really good job on that one.
2nd and 1, handoff to Hunter Moore. Hunter Moore gets the first down and more to the 38-yard line. And you can basically say when you get a first down now, you're basically saying you can take another 2 minutes off the clock if you're smart with football.
Have you ever seen Hunter tackled by one guy?
No. That ain't happening.
No. I mean, you don't throw a ball. Well, I guess you do throw a bowling ball at one pin, but it takes more than one pin to take down Hunter Moore.
Yep. 4:50 remaining in the football game. The Knights have it on the Gator 37-yard line. Receiver on each side of the field for KP. They'll hand it though to Collins. Collins to the 35, to the 30. Stays on his feet, out of bounds on the 22-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 4:34 remaining in the football game.
Yeah, it does stop the clock, but positive yardage there. First down, moving it down to the what, Lee?
24? Yeah, 24-yard line.
Okay.
Making me guess. We've got an entire sideline of West Lauderdale Knights and coaches and refs all in the way. That's what makes it fun, though.
It is.
Same formation for the Knights. Going in motion is Mosley. Getting the handoff is Collins, though. Collins goes right up the middle, gets near around the 20-yard line. Once again, if you're just now joining us, the Knights on their first play tonight scored on a 49-yard touchdown pass from KP to Chase Gathings. Gathings has had another outstanding catch tonight.
If you're just joining us, where have you been? I mean, good grief, folks. We've got 71 points on the scoreboard. Where have you been?
Well, it may end up being more.
Well, Hunter Moore, he's right over
the Knights have scored 40 2 weeks in a row.
Who's in the backfield? Who's that?
That's Travion Mosley. 2nd down, 6 to go. Travion goes that far side. Travion's still on his feet, but he gets knocked down around the 15-yard line. Going to be just shy of about 2 yards shy of a first down. 3rd down, 2 to go.
And if you notice, Travion got the ball. There's 2 Gators right there almost standing beside him, and he just disappeared. He just left him standing there.
Knights will just eat up clock right now. 20 seconds on the play clock. 3:25 on the game clock. 2 receivers to this near side. Hands off to Mosley. Comes to this near side. Just find the lane, buddy. Going to lose about a yard. So 4th down. 4th down and 2. 4th down and 3. And the Gators will take a timeout. And we'll step aside as well. 3:12 remains in the football game. Knights 40. Gators 31. The Knights have a 4th down, 2 to go. We'll come back after this on Q101. 3 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the football game. Definitely still enough time on the clock when you've witnessed the high-powered offense of Leake Central. They've been able to heave it down the football field. 70-yard pass a few moments ago, but the Knights have a 40-31 lead. 3 minutes, 12 seconds. The Knights face a 4th down and 2 here. 4th down and 2 around the 16-yard line. KP will quarterback keep it enough for a first down, and that's going to put the ball all the way near about the 11-yard line. So first down and 10, and the Knights will be able to drag off about another 2 minutes off the clock with that first down.
Yeah, a really good design play here. They brought both receivers over here, nobody on the far side. The receivers take off down the field, knowing that's going to drag a safety or so with them, and then KP just basically runs along behind his line here. And you can hear the cheerleaders and the band. I'm getting a little excited here near the end of the game. Clock down to 2:42.
One receiver to this long side, this near side, I believe we had an early movement against Hunter Moore there, 27. Might have been getting the handoff, not sure on that. No, Caleb Collins initially got the handoff, but it will be a false start against the Knights to back them up to the 16-yard line. So first down and 15 from the 16.
And
of course, that flag information brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent.
No push-ups for Hunter, not right now. Later on, probably yes.
Need him on that football field right now.
Need him on the field right now.
But you know, another thing that penalty does, I mean, it's taking more seconds off the clock.
Yeah, click. Boom. I remember the high.
Yeah.
No, another segue. Okay.
Caleb Collins with the handoff. Caleb to the 10, inside the 10, around the 8, maybe even 7-yard line.
Yeah, I really hate to say it, but it sort of looks like the Gators are getting a little hesitant on really trying to get in there and make a pop and a stop. Maybe they see the score and go, there's no way we can do it, and I hate that.
Knights will trot out one lone receiver that far side. I doubt will be passing, but who knows. Second down, 5 to go. The Knights can get a first down before the touchdown. Hand off to Collins, goes that far side. Collins in for the Knight touchdown. Collins with a 7-yard touchdown run. Knights will score north of 40 for the second time this season.
I kind of noticed once again there that a couple of those Gators, I think, really, pretty much out of it now. But we're going to go for the 1 point.
There's a snap, hold is down, kick is up, and is good. Knights 47, Leake Central 31. We'll be back on Q101. A 7-yard touchdown run for Caleb Collins. Caleb's had a couple touchdowns tonight. He came into tonight's game, 7 touchdowns on the ground. Also 551 yards. Dane, I had to correct you, and you had to correct myself. When we do the stats, there are corrections that need to be made throughout the week to get the official stats when they go back and look at the game. He did not get 100 yards in last week's ball game, so he still only had 3. So definitely tonight, though, I'm pretty sure he's gotten 100 yards, especially with that 46-yard touchdown run. There you go with that 7-yard touchdown run just a few moments ago. But here's the kickoff return. Going to come down at the 5. Up to the 10, 15, 20. Comes this near side. He's not getting past Jay Calvert.
Lay down, son. There you go.
But Caleb Collins definitely on his route, on a route to a 1,000-yard season. Once again, 551 coming into tonight's game. Of course, we'll have stats at the end of the game to see exactly how much our team had. But definitely a workhorse for the Knights offense is Caleb Collins.
Definitely.
Leake Central still time on the clock. We've seen how fast that they can score. Definitely they're probably going to be heaving it here, so know what to expect with 1:34 left. 16-point advantage, though. They'd have to have a touchdown, 2-point conversion, onside kick, touchdown, 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
in 94 seconds.
Safety's playing way off here. Not letting anything get behind them.
5 receivers looking to pass. And does not get there. Carson Smith trips him up. Did the ball come free, or we have some extra pushing and shoving? That should have been a punch. The punch was thrown. Punch was definitely, or a shove was thrown at the end. Not sure why a penalty was not given. And there's a late flag, but this may not be going in the direction we think it's going to be going on. I think it's going to be a sideline infraction, but that's a warning. 1 minute, 4 seconds remain. Due to that penalty, there is a stoppage in the clock.
1:04 left.
3 receivers this near side, 2 to the far for Edmond.
It's only about 2 down linemen for the Knights here. Maybe 3. Oh,
coming after him. A little screen pass here. Number 6, who's hit hard. Is that Hunter Moore? Yeah. Hunter Moore is on the opposite side of the football field.
He was in on the other play as well.
50 seconds now. If you ever get a chance to come out to a game, I know you can watch it on the West Lauderdale Athletics YouTube page, but you don't get the real effect if you're not here in person to see number 20 or the whole team, but number 27 is just an animated individual. He's been doing this. He's a senior now. Just a wonderful, wonderful kid.
25 seconds left on the clock.
Edmond back to pass, pump fakes, goes right, then goes back left, goes back right, being flushed in the pocket from Carson Smith, and going to throw it out of bounds with 13 seconds remaining. 4th down now, I believe.
And Lee, you hardly ever see that in a high school game of just throwing it away. I don't have anybody up, just get rid of it, son, instead of taking a sack or taking a loss. But he really didn't that time, because there's Knights all over the field out there. 12 seconds left. You gonna do the heave-ho here?
Got to. I mean, it's really not going to help you out. 12 seconds remain. Anything can happen.
But not really. I mean,
and here's one thing that we haven't made a mention of. Points are huge when it comes to district play.
Right. They are.
Points are huge when it comes to maybe they're being a tie. A short pass here to the flats there on the far side of the football field. 6 seconds remaining. There'll be a turnover on downs. The Knights, all they have to do is kneel on it. So the Knights definitely go to 5-1 on the season, 1-0 in district play, while the Leake Central Gators will fall to 2-4 on the season and 0-1 in district play.
And I know the points are important there, but we've seen a little chippiness throughout the game, and a lot of times on these final plays of the game, there's some pushing and shoving, that you could avoid. I'm not saying kneel on it, but just run and play, and that's it.
And here's the thing, more than likely the Knights are going to go kneel on it. But who would say anything wrong if they did try to get some extra points and have some more separation because of the points?
That's true.
Important to the points.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. I do not believe that is a running back in the backfield.
Where do you see that at?
Number 12.
That's Jake Rogers. It's probably going to be a victory formation.
That's all.
I don't know what the holdup is. 6 seconds remain. Not sure what the holdup is. The offense is out on the football field, but still waiting the defense.
Yeah, unless the coach is telling them, look, take the defeat with dignity and let it go. Let's not act foolish here, because you got another game to play next week.
Right. Again, victory formation here for the Knights. This is always a great formation, right?
Yeah, definitely is.
And KP will take the snap and kneel on it.
See, and the defense did exactly what they were supposed to do. They stayed on one knee. They didn't even stand up.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but the Knights come out victors 47-31. And opening up the district play with a huge win against Leake Central, the Gators fall to 0-1 in district play. We'll come back after 2 minutes. Once again, we'll come back after 2 minutes with the post-game show being brought to you by Family Flea Market as well as Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union and Regions Bank. Once again, the Knights defeat the Leake Central Gators 47-31. We'll be back on Q101. It definitely was not a pretty sight during the game, but the Knights pull out a big one, 47-31. Once again, 47-31 over the Leake Central Gators. And we were just looking over the stats that provided to me by Ken Parker Jr. and looking over the halftime stats compared to the post-game stats. And then there's one that shocks me quite a bit, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. But once again, coming in tonight, 47-31. The Knights have a 1-0 district lead. I'm not sure the final being between Newton County and Northeast Lauderdale. I'll try to get to that information before the night as well ends with the Elite Flooring scoreboard. But tonight, going into the second half, the Knights had a 13-10 advantage, but we could tell going into halftime all the momentum was in those black jerseys right across the way. But the start of the third quarter, the Leake Central Gators opened up the second half, got a 32-yard pass from Edmond, made it 16-13. Extra point was good, and the Gators took their first lead of the night. But Caleb Collins got us right back in the thick of things. 18-yard touchdown run, made it 19-17. Interception would ensue on the ensuing drive. Cooper Luke had a 36-yard interception return for a touchdown. Knights led 25-17 at that moment. Kendrick Brown, 3-yard touchdown, two-point conversion. Made the Knights with a 27-17 lead. In the fourth quarter, Jack Davidson, how about this? Jack Davidson, 4-yard pass from Caden Peoples, made it 33-17. Cooper Luke's extra point made it 34-17. And then the Gators started creeping back a little bit. Got a 9-yard touchdown pass from Edmonds, made it 34-23. Caleb Collins, though, answered right back. Big 46-yard run, made it 40-23. Then it was just back and forth. The Leake Central Gators got a 1-yard touchdown run. That followed that big 70-yard return or pass, made it 40-29. Then Leake Central got a 3-yard pass from number 2, Edmond, made it 40-31. Caleb Collins, though, answered right back with a 13-yard touchdown run, made it 46-31. Extra point was good, 47-31, and that's your final. Once again, the Gators will, let's see where they head next week. The Gators will head to Northeast Lauderdale next week, while the Knights will go to Taylorsville. So a couple of long trips for both squads in next week's ball game. But the Gators, once again, 0-1. Knights 1-0. And we talked about this earlier, how there's only 5 teams in your district this year, which makes that first victory, that first game being a victory so important. And now you're in the driver's seat. Only one other team has a 1-0 record. We don't know who that is just yet. We'll find that information out. More than likely, Newton County. They had a commanding lead over Northeast at halftime, but we'll get to that information in a little bit. But once again, your post-game show being brought to you by some fine sponsors: Regions Bank, also the Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, as well as Family Flea Market. And we talked about earlier, statistically, we looked at halftime. The Gators had 78 yards. Once again, these are unofficial stats, but 78 yards on the ground at halftime. They finished the game with 95. Yeah. How about some corrections made?
And that's definitely shutting them down. And speaking of stats, before the game started, we talked about their quarterback, how much he'd put it in the air. We talked about their running back, how much he'd run it, and also about number 6. Number 6 showed us tonight why they got so many yards in the air for the year so far. This team was no slouch. This is a good team. They're good in the air, and they're good on the ground. So this was a good preview of what's to come in district play.
Speaking of the air, they had 224 yards in the air on 14 receptions. Of course, that huge 70-yard reception in the second half that really had a lot of that. So you take that one away, and that's 150 in the air. So that's not a bad game to leave behind. But 224 yards in the air on 14 receptions. On the flip side of that, the West Lauderdale Knights, 272 yards on the ground. Most of that coming in the second half. 37 rushes, 85 in the air. And let's see how Caleb Collins and the rest of the Knights on the ground did. 183 yards. Once again, these are unofficial. 183 on the ground, 22 rushes, 3 touchdowns on the night for Caleb Collins. That makes his total to 10 touchdowns and 183 yards plus 551. You can do the math.
You can do the math. I don't want to do it. You do the math.
So once again, those are unofficial yards. Caden Peoples added 57 yards on the ground with seven rushes. On the flip side of that, the quarterback led the team for the Leake Central Gators on the ground. 18 rushes for 46 yards. Shy Williams, I kept wanting to call him Sly, but no, Shy Williams. 17 rushes for 35 yards. Once again, the defense just dominated on the ground in the second half. As far as in the air, Chase Gathings, 2 receptions, 2 outstanding receptions, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. On the other side, number 6 just showed out. Gardner, I believe is his last name. DeMar Gardner, number 6, 170 yards in the air. Of course, that big 70-yard pass helped him out, but 2 touchdowns in the air as well. That came on 8 receptions. So there you go from stats tonight. Once again, the main stat, though, is the one on the scoreboard, 47-31. Big victory for the Knights as they take a break from district play. They don't take a bye next week. They go on to play Taylorsville, which I think is some pretty stiff competition for any ball club.
For any of them, because I think we played them 2 or 3 years ago, actually 4 or 5 years ago, and it was 2A, that's a little school, and they whooped us all over the field.
And the Knights, once again, 47-31, big victory over the Leake Central Gators. Next week, once again, against Taylorsville. We're going to wrap up here and head things back to the station. Got a long trip, but we'd like to thank our sponsors real quick. Once again, thank you so much to Family Flea Market. If you've ever been over there to Family Flea Market?
I might have, yeah.
Man, it's just I don't remember how many vendors inside that location, but you can pretty much find everything that you would want over there. Also, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, as well as Regions Bank. Thank you very much. Once again, we're on the road next week. If you can't make it with us, then, of course, we'd love to have you right here on Q101 or on the live stream on West Lauderdale Athletics on YouTube. But thank you very much to our sponsors, Elite Flooring Scoreboard. We've got to do that. We got to do that real quick, Dean. sorry about that. We got to get you some scores from around the area as well, see if we can find out about that Northeast as well as Newton County game. Once again, Choctaw Central, I do believe, had the night off tonight, but we go Meridian and Harrison Central. Tight ball game. Harrison Central, don't know if that's a final yet, 29-26. Kosciuszko and Caledonia, the Cavaliers have a 15-point advantage, and that was at a halftime score. I'm sorry, 28-13. It is a final. Newton County defeated Northeast Lauderdale, so both West Lauderdale and Newton County have a 1-0 district record. Northeast Lauderdale as well as Leake Central 0-1. And once again, I believe Choctaw Central is bye this week. Quitman and Morton, this was a third quarter score, 48-35. Kemper County over McLaurin at the half, 38-0. That was a commanding lead at the half. I'm not sure if that was final yet. Louisville over Houston, and this is why you don't go by polls. In this past poll, there was a poll that had Houston above Louisville. Yeah. Louisville put their foot down, said, "You're crazy. You're crazy for putting Houston above us." 50-6, Louisville beat the Houston Hilltoppers. I'm pretty sure that poll will change a little bit this next week. Senatobia over New Albany, 34-14. Noxubee County over Itawamba, 39-14. Lamar over Copiah, 14-7. Mize over Newton Tigers, 34-22. Let's see if I can find you another. Philadelphia over J.Z. George, 54-12. Always a good game. Clarkdale and Lake, this is a tight one. 13-6. Clarkdale defeats Lake 13-6. And once again, that is your Elite Flooring scoreboard. Thank you very much to Elite Flooring for helping out our scoreboard. We're going to wrap things up. Once again, thank you very much to Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, the Citizens Bank, Douglas Orthodontics, Elite Flooring, Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat, Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent, Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Battery One Source, also Home Instead Senior Care, and of course we're wrapping up our post-game show. Thank you very much to Family Flea Market, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, as well as Regions Bank. Congratulations to the West Lauderdale Knights, 47-31. For Dean, I'm Lee. Have a great weekend on Q101.